Shit.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of the What a Disaster podcast, where we watch and review a disaster movie as close to whenever we want as possible.
I mean, which has been about once a year lately, yeah.
Roughly.
Roughly.
I think this is our second one this year. That's not fair.
This is our second one this year.
I'm Gregory Allen. That's me in the Disney shirt, the Disney T-shirt. This is my house in the room that's being painted. So please forgive the disasterness that you see before you. This is Richard Sawasinski.
Sitting next to the corporate shill,
the other
Gregory Allen,
male.
In his Disney shirt.
And we have our token female, Liz Bedore.
Hello.
I don't know why she's messing with her mic. I thought you had to all set this all up for us so that everybody was perfect, Richard.
I thought she was happy.
Oh, Richard.
I thought she was happy. She's
That
not happy with me
sounds like
anymore.
Your entire relationship.
She's mad.
I thought she was happy.
I thought she was. She said she was.
Thought she was happy.
She didn't say anything. She didn't say she was happy. She just let me do what I wanted.
Today, we are going to TikTok about the 2010 film Daybreakers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Daybreakers.
Oh, yeah. Daybreakers.
Which actually is set in the year 2019. So, is it set in 2019 or is it set in 2029? Did the plague hit in 2019?
I don't know. I thought it said 2019. It said, 2019, the plague hit. I don't know what year the movie is.
It was 10 years after that, I think.
Oh.
Is when this takes place. So probably 2029 then. Let's assume that.
So we still have time for the vampire apocalypse.
Yeah, the vampire apocalypse is what happened. All of the vampires were so fucking ready to turn everybody else into vampires that they didn't consider the fact that they're going to run out of food. And so they turned everybody into fucking vampires.
Yeah, there was a big thing where they turned people into vampires. That's what the movie's about, and the vampires run the world. If you watch the beginning, you see there was like a little picture and it says it all started with one bat. So apparently, one fucking bat
now
turned everybody into vampires.
They do say that, but then didn't Sam Neill's character mention something about being in the Civil War or something later on? Did I misinterpret what was going on?
Yeah, I think you misinterpreted that. He had cancer, and he was really excited to not have cancer anymore because now he's a vampire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
His whole story about cancer.
All right. So this was directed by the Spierig brothers. That's Michael and Peter.
Yeah. They say that like I'm supposed to know who they are.
I mean, they were definitely trying to like pull a Wachowski brothers or whoever it was that did The Matrix.
Yeah.
And I feel
that was a lady, and she sued and won.
What?
Some lady sued the Wachowski brothers.
About the story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she won.
Whatever.
Because it was her story.
So, this one's starring Ethan Hawke, Willem Dafoe, Sam Neill, all excellent actors who are less tired than Liz, I think. You tired, Liz?
A little bit.
Tired, Liz.
Because you've been sitting here for 3 hours while Richard and I played with wires?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She loves it.
She didn't dance while we were doing that. We dance while we adjust wires.
Love wires.
It was a stressful event setting all this stuff up. So
place looks great.
Thanks.
Prime time.
We've got a layer of primer over the.
That's what I meant by prime time.
Dark, very very dark paint that was under it. It really actually brightened the room up a lot, didn't it?
It really does. Yeah. It's like clouds.
It feels like the room is much bigger, doesn't it?
This room is enormous to me right now.
It's a huge room already, but it's like even bigger almost. You know.
It's just as long as you can make it look bigger. It doesn't have to be bigger.
Yeah, no.
You just want it to look bigger.
We want it to look bigger. You can't make it bigger.
You can't make it bigger.
Build more house, and that's expensive, I think.
You have plenty of house here.
There's
I always said
also
that about you.
A woman actor in this movie whose name I don't have. She was not credited nearly near the top of this where she'd have.
The IMDb was a goddamn mess.
Yeah,
I went through it, and all the people top billed in this movie for some reason on the list didn't have pictures.
Oh.
For some reason, the list got all. It said it was in order of how they were billed.
Okay.
But that's not true. Something was wrong with the IMDb.
Did you look at the billing in the credits?
Yeah, but that's the first 4, and those are on here.
Right.
But she didn't get called in that.
Yeah. So there you go. I mean,
we looked at the cast. I couldn't figure it out, and I gave up pretty quickly.
All right. Yeah. That's fine. I don't even remember her character's name.
Aubrey. And it was Aubrey. Yeah. They said it like 3 times.
That's a dumb name.
It was a stupid name.
If your mom named you Aubrey, I'm really sorry.
I'm gonna be clear. I wish she was eaten in this movie. I wish she was eaten, but she wasn't. She lives.
She technically does get eaten.
Yeah, you're right.
If we want to, I mean, spoiler alert, she gets eaten.
A little bit, yeah. She does food.
She's snacked on. Snacked on.
Not a complete eating.
Right. No.
But she does die.
No, she lives.
She makes it.
I thought they dragged her out into the sun.
No, that was Vampire Boss's daughter.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
The vampire boss was like, you know what? Let's make my kid a vampire. She won't be pissed about this at all.
And she was pissed.
But we're jumping ahead.
Oh, wait,
we still need to
talk about this movie.
Let's talk about this movie.
There's some budget. It had a movie money spent on it.
Yeah, they assume about $20 million. That's usually the estimated budget on this one.
It only made $15 million opening weekend.
That's dozens of dollars.
It's more than 6.
That is more than 6.
Yeah.
It made its money back. It looks like for the most part.
30 million gross.
Yeah. Plus worldwide was another 51. So
good for it.
Exactly. Well, a lot of this movie was gross. So
a lot of this movie was gross.
You know,
wham, bam.
I'm torn on the disaster-tude of this.
Right, it was on the disaster movie list.
Yeah, it's on the disaster movie list, and I mean, I guess really there was a disaster as a central part of it. Actually,
but it was mostly gore porn.
Exactly, it was not even gore porn. It was just like here's a bunch of blood porn.
Yeah,
like it wasn't even where it wanted to be graphic. It was just silly.
Yeah, here's some corn syrup dyed bread.
Exactly. It wasn't as great as it could have and should have been.
There should have been more severed heads. I was disappointed on how few severed heads there were in this movie.
There were only 7 to 10 severed heads.
Yeah.
7 to 10 severed heads.
It could have been more heads.
There should have been more severed heads, and there should have been more chunks when people exploded.
Oh my god! And I think
could have taken a lesson from Cloverfield.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And, being a vampire, this movie taught me one thing about being a vampire. It fucks with your complexion. You get pointy teeth, and you get to live a little longer. But if somebody just pokes you in the heart, you explode.
Right.
So I don't know what the point is.
I do like the
yellow eyes are sick though, so fair trade.
Yeah, yellow eyes are pretty badass. Yeah.
Yeah, well, fair enough. But they tried to science up a bunch of the explanations on this stuff, but they never once addressed why the fuck would a sharp stick make me explode in a ball of fire?
Right, and not even that well aimed. A lot of times in this movie, when they're
vaguely heart-ish area.
Yeah, when the humans are fighting back, they would shoot. They were shooting like crossbows into the dark, and a vampire would just explode.
Yeah,
it's like got a heart again, guys. This is way easier than I thought it was going to be.
Because I truly don't give a fuck. But isn't it supposed to be like silver or something that murders them?
Silver
sticks? He used wooden sticks at the end.
That's what I thought. So it must be werewolves that are silver.
Yeah, werewolves are silver.
But they were metal things. They were shooting at them. It's stupid.
I think they were polished sticks.
Polished wood?
Yeah, I think they were polished wood.
Yeah, vampires in
this wood, which is a different thing.
Yeah, vampires in this movie explode when hit in the heart. Must be their blood pressure.
Yes, I mean it's their heart's not beating, so their blood pressure must be through the roof.
Yeah, I'm very confused on why they explode.
Yeah, they just burst.
Like not a small explosion. At one point, Ethan Hawke stabs one in the chest. It gets blown across the room from it.
Yeah,
it's intense.
It is pretty crazy.
Like the Boy Scout orgy.
What?
The Boy Scout orgy. It was intense.
Because they were camping?
Okay.
Yeah. I just want to make sure.
They were camping. No.
Welcome to the 1980s. Here's your joke.
I mean, I feel like that could be a 50s joke, too.
Yeah, right.
If they were
timeless.
Orgies were not cool to talk about in the 50s.
That's why it's funny. Yeah.
Several decades.
I'm just saying there's always been tents, there's always been Boy Scouts. As long as there's been humanity.
Yeah. I mean, you could make the same joke about a camping orgy.
You could make the same joke about the fire at the circus, too.
Yeah.
Which is a joke I've heard. Yeah.
There you go.
It's good.
So there's 3 different ways to tell an intense pun joke
about
various
laughs.
Topics.
Endless laughs.
As you can tell, we are all...
Oh, the laughs will end.
In stitches.
I am
now.
Embarrassed.
Stitches.
This is streaming, and I'm laughing so hard.
I know. It's hard to control myself.
Rotten Tomatoes, this movie got 67%.
Which
For
is
some
about
fucking reason.
30% more than it deserves. Not that I want to spoil how I feel about the movie.
Don't do that. Well, that's the only reason people stick around till the end.
That is
yeah.
Oh, there's somebody in our Twitch chat.
Oh, we got a friend?
We got a friend. I can't read it from here, but there's words on my screen over there. The mic is covering him.
Me.
That's Christine. Yes.
I can't help it. It's just no good way to do this.
Let's switch to the other camera and see if that helps.
Camera number 2?
Camera 2. Can he be seen better in camera 2?
Liz cannot.
Liz cannot be seen in camera 2. Richard was the mic placer. I was counting on him to do it the right way. And, yeah, he was ineffective.
I also
his camera placing. He's never done this before. So
he was also counting on me to feed his kids.
we could.
Your kids haven't had dinner yet today.
No, the kids. Christine, are the kids hungry?
Yeah.
I mean, it's you in the Twitch. Shift Liz's mic a hair to the right. She asked questioningly.
No, the right, like that way.
Right. The kids are hungry for flesh, so they
yeah.
they
Well, this
have
is
also.
right.
We watched Daybreakers.
Well,
with
they'll
them,
love this
so,
movie.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you guys did watch this together, right?
yeah. I watched it with the kids.
Leo's 3.
Yeah, he's 3. I figured it was about time for him. Christine says perfect. By the way, Liz,
Yeah.
perfect.
Thank you, Christine. My
Thanks,
angel.
our only stream watcher, Christine.
Yeah.
You
You know what? That's
Twitch
fine.
feed.
At least we have a viewer, and
Wow.
she's interacting with us, which is all we really want in this life. I think.
we take orders. Next, you'll have Liz dancing.
Do you want to open up the Twitch feed on yours, and then you can interact there or read the chat while I
Yeah, how do I do that?
this way I can switch to camera 1
Oh, let me turn the
Mute that.
volume off.
and to 2,
Turn the
then
volume
back
off.
to 1. We got 2 cameras, Christine. How exciting is that? Like, how exciting is 2 cameras?
What's a happy face and why does it look gross?
I don't know what those robot happy faces are all about. I think I might be able to change those. Well, what's she saying, Richard? She's talking.
Okay, back to adulting. Bye.
No! We lost our viewer. My
Oh.
wife.
Oh,
Oh,
hold on. We should call Patrick. Do you have Patrick's phone number?
let's call Patrick.
Let's see
Should I
what he
put him
has-
on speaker.
Yeah, I want to know how he
Okay.
feels about this movie
Let's
before we can
see.
take our break. Let's give him a quick ask.
Let's give Patrick Dunn a call. Do I have him in my phone? Patrick Dunn. I do have Patrick Dunn. We'll put him on speaker.
Let's get him on. Yeah.
And we're gonna put him.
Is that your name, or are you done talking?
This might not be very effective. It might just be a
Both.
ringing phone.
Yeah. He does not know that this is happening.
Welcome to the live stream.
Right. These things could happen at any,
Yeah,
any
this-
time.
We have to call Chris Slatt if Patrick's not available.
He's not answering.
He's not answering.
I'm like usually
Yeah.
if it's 4 rings, that's a safe
Patrick.
assumption that they're
Patrick.
not going to answer.
Patrick.
But we do have to let it go to voicemail and leave him a voicemail
Yeah,
that
we
they'll
do.
never check. People don't check those, right?
They don't-
Patrick, I'm not available right now, but leave a message and I'll get right back to you. Thanks.
Patrick's done.
At the tone, please record your message.
I will.
When you've finished recording, you may hang up
Okay.
or press 1 for more options.
Yep, everybody's used phones before. Hi, Patrick Dunn. This is Gregory with the What a Disaster podcast. We were just calling to see if you had any input that you wanted to share about Daybreakers. If you want to give us a call back, give us a call back. We're going to be streaming here for another, 12 seconds or so.
At least 12 seconds.
12 seconds minimum.
Yeah, just call us
Yeah.
back, man.
Yeah.
Just
All
call
right.
us.
All right, love you. Bye. All right, so that was Patrick, and he's gone.
He's gone.
He's
That
dead
was
to us now. Should we call Chris now? See if
yeah. Let's see how Chris is
'cause this
feeling.
is
Yeah.
this is right up
Yeah.
their alley.
We have to
over
know,
there
yeah.
At the
Every horror movie on
every
Netflix.
Amon
Yeah.
cast. So we'll see what happens with him. If they're clearly not watching the feed, especially if he answers, right?
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. We just love know that he's live
Right.
on every horror movie on
Amon.
Wadcast.
Amon.
Wadcast.
Rick sent a video. Oh,
Let Patrick know.
yeah.
Let Patrick know.
We just don't have friends that want to talk to us.
This is
what it
crap.
I know.
This is
We
crap.
could probably call my dad, you guys.
Has he seen this
Ooh,
movie?
Did your dad see
We
it?
could ask.
We could ask. Call him. Get him on the horn.
Get him on the horn, a doodle.
Google Fi.
We're gonna leave Patrick.
Hi,
Chris.
Christopher Slatt. This
Hi,
is
Christopher
Gregory
Slatt.
Allen with the What a Disaster
And
podcast,
Richard.
and Richard
And Elizabeth.
and Elizabeth.
Hello.
And
Hi.
We are streaming right now.
Hi,
We
we're
wanted to see
streaming.
what you thought about
Nobody's watching.
Daybreakers.
It could have been you watching,
You
but
could
it's
have
not.
been. You could have been
you.
live with your favorite disaster movie podcast hosts.
It could have been us.
I'm assuming you don't listen to any other disaster movie podcasts. Otherwise, they'd be your favorite. But,
Yeah.
All right. If you want
I have 6 favorites.
chat it up, give us a call. Bye.
Yeah. Great.
Well, there we go. There's 2 for. We're 0 for 2.
This is great. Makes for good radio.
Oh, you know what? You know what we could do?
What can we do?
Brian Laterno.
Oh, Brian Latarno.
Let's see what he's got going on.
Let's see what
Just
Brian
gonna
Latarno. We call everybody to Rolodex.
Mm-hmm.
We have 3 friends. We're calling all of them.
Through. Hi, Brian. It's Greg. What's going on?
Greg, what's going on?
Not much. I just wanted to warn you that you're live on our Twitch feed right now.
I'm logged on?
No, we are
Live.
Yes.
Oh,
Hi, Brian.
hi, Twitch.
Yeah. Have you I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Have you seen Daybreakers?
Daybreakers.
Yeah.
I don't think I have seen Daybreakers.
Ethan Hawke, Sam Neill, movie about vampires that take over the world.
Oh, if I have, I don't remember it. It's possible I've seen it.
Just hang up on him.
Okay.
Just hang up
Let's see
on
what
him.
his thoughts are on
You guys are
Twilight.
totally looking for someone to vote
very
on something
similar.
for Daybreakers, aren't you?
No, no,
You're
we
somebody
just
who knows what it is.
we just wanted to get some friends involved here in
Yeah.
this process. That's
How
all.
do you feel about Twilight, Brian?
What about Twilight?
How do you feel about it?
I mean, I read all the books. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, well, you should have lied about that.
I feel like maybe you should have.
Especially being broadcast on Twitch.
Oh yeah.
Oh jeez.
That's
I don't
forever
know
now.
if it was the Twilight comment or what, but I feel like this phone call's breaking up. Along with our relationship with you.
I don't understand why. I mean, that's the best news you've ever heard. I know you're a big fan of Twilight, aren't you, Greg?
So I'd like the main canon to an extent. I'm more of a connoisseur of the fan fiction.
All right. Oh,
So
Fanfiction.
yeah, like
the Harry Potter Twilight crossovers.
I
Oh.
moderate a forum where we take submissions, and it is very well curated.
I can attest to that. It is the best Harry Potter Twilight crossover fan fiction site that I've ever.
Exactly.
We do our best to appease everyone, and everybody that has advice, we always take and immediately add it to our work.
Yeah.
Which I mean, there's nothing better than an artistic vision that is completely
Crowdsourced?
bombarded by
Yeah.
crowdsourced. We'll just go
Crowdsourced
with
art?
that.
Yeah.
Crowdsourced artistic vision.
It's great. I mean, I've never been so embedded in mediocrity until I've been to your
Any vision
site.
could have a direction or any sort of sureful outcome unless it was crowdsourced. That's the only way to really have a consistent vision anyways.
You need to have the opinion of everybody to make good art.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The only way to find the right way and to find a singular direction is to have everyone's opinion involved.
Exactly.
Which is why we called you.
Well, I'm kind of bummed you haven't seen Daybreakers.
You're- I'm kind of bummed you like Twilight so much.
It's Daybreakers was probably the finest movie that takes place in the year 2029 and also has vampires in it that I've ever seen.
Yeah, especially with Ethan Hawke.
So
Yeah.
So it's a futuristic vampire.
Very
sure, yeah,
Just
let's
like-
go with futuristic.
future.
Everybody drives Chrysler 300s, but get this: the hubcaps are just circles.
That's right.
Yes.
The hubcaps are just circles.
That's how you know it's the
That's
future.
how you know it's the future.
no lug nuts. That's how you know it's the future.
I mean, yeah, if there's nothing holding the wheel on, what is it?
It's-
It's either magic or really super.
It's
Uh,
high tech.
Technology.
It's nanotechnology.
electron binding, motherfucker.
That's right.
Yeah.
Is that the defining feature of this movie?
No, that's
Yeah,
never
it's-
mentioned, not once.
It's
So-
my favorite part, though.
Yep.
Yeah.
My defining
Since
feature.
we brought up Twilight, Alice never got a fair shake in that series. She was definitely the star of the entire thing.
Who's Alice?
I don't.
I'm already out of my depth. Who's
Yeah.
Alice?
You could be making this up.
Watching this stream is definitely aware of who Alice is. So
Huh. Well,
you're the only one that's out.
I got news for you.
If you're a Daybreakers fan, you're an Alice fan.
Okay. Well,
Then I am neither.
we will keep that in mind, I guess.
So
All right.
how did Daybreakers do? Is it getting a strong review or what?
It's getting a review.
A strongly worded review.
It's-
Yeah.
We're talking about it. That's a review.
We're about to dump the brakes. So we said to give you a call.
Yeah,
We
you
did not
are-
call two other people before we called
Right,
you.
You were our first
Yeah.
choice, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
Sounds like I was the third choice.
I mean, it depends on how you define third. I mean, you were the
Why
first
you would
third
say
person
that?
we called.
I don't know why you would say that. Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
I saw the number ringing and I'm like, what number is this? I have to pick it up because it's got to be interesting.
You
I
have
should've
Greg's
called
number?
you- I have two phone numbers, so when I call out, it's a number that he probably doesn't have.
Mm.
But
Well, now
the-
I know. Now I can block both of them.
yeah, yep. That's how I bypass everybody that tries to ignore me. They don't know this number until it's too late.
So is Daybreakers in the top 3 of the top 10 worst, or is it in the bottom 3 of the 5 best?
It is in the top 1 of the top 10 vampire movies that we've watched in What a Disaster.
Does it really
I can't argue with that.
It is both the best and worst vampire movie we've watched for What a Disaster.
Yeah, I can't argue with that either.
movie because the movie is a disaster, or is it a disaster movie because there's actually one that takes place in the movie?
I mean, it takes place after a plague, so
Oh, okay.
yeah.
That counts.
And it is definitely the worst Sam Neill movie we've ever seen on What Disaster.
Yeah,
Is
definitely the worst Sam Neill
humankind?
movie.
Is that the plague?
Pardon?
Is the plague humankind? Is that the plague?
No, the plague is being a vampire, and then apparently that people like being hungry is the next one because everybody's just hungry.
We have a chat message from
Baka Baka Baka. That's Donovan.
Donovan, huh?
Donovan.
Hi, Donovan. That's not very nice calling me a lady. You know I'm not a lady. Donovan's not very nice. He called me a lady.
Donovan's rude.
He's so rude. He's
So
so
what's
rude.
the deal? What's going to be the follow-up? Is there a part 2 to this or what?
To Daybreakers? No idea.
Yeah.
Is there a
Like
sequel?
Daybreakers?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, but
Still
they pretty much had figure it was a self-contained story.
28
So-
daybreaks later.
Not shocked by
20
that.
daybreaks later.
So
The way it sounds like it had to be self-contained because by the time they finished it, they decided that it could never leave it open for possible.
yeah, exactly.
Mankind.
All right, we're gonna get back to the stream, but thank you for chatting with us.
No, it was a good time. Next time you need to bring up some obscure movie that I obviously haven't seen for good reason. Definitely give me a ring.
It made $50 million. It's not an
on.
obscure movie.
Exactly.
Come on. How much money have you made? Not
Yeah,
50
how
million.
much- do you have $50 million in the bank,
Yeah.
Brian?
Way to judge.
Yes,
So,
I do.
so obscure person.
Oh, do you
Oh.
want to hang out?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
I'm sorry, Brian. I didn't mean that.
Leave you on this thought. Daybreakers is definitely my favorite movie. It's the greatest movie that's ever been
Just hang
written
up on
or
it.
put on film, and it's actually pretty accurate for what I'd expect to happen in the next 10 years. So I hope you guys are ready for a wild ride.
There we go. Well,
Yeah,
thank you
yeah.
very much, Brian.
Heard it from Brian.
Brian, the expert on vampires. Bye.
Bye.
Donovan's confused by your live stream because we're not playing video games. You should
No,
play video games.
we're live streaming our podcast, Donovan.
Yeah.
I can't read your chat because it's between us here. Let's look. What's going on here?
Mm-hmm.
This is the What a Disaster podcast, Donovan. Have you not listened to the What a Disaster podcast, Donovan?
Do we got to call you next? Have you seen Daybreakers?
Donovan, I'm looking at you.
Yes.
Have you not seen the What a Disaster podcast live stream? This is the second time we've done it. And we have recorded many episodes. The most popular of which is the one that Harvey recorded with me about an FGTV YouTube video. So
Get with the picture.
get with the picture.
Or program.
Program?
Don't get
with
the
both.
I don't fucking know.
Just get with it.
I swear. Can we believe that?
Totally, all of them. Oh, he's listened to all of them. He's one of our biggest fans.
Oh, you are our biggest fan then.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
we go. Well, thanks, Don.
Yeah.
I haven't
That's
even
our
listened
fan.
to all of them.
That's how the other streams. That's what they came from. We had
Thank you, Donovan.
5 other streams.
There we got it. I mean, I don't know how
Totally
we're
all
gonna
of them.
handle breaks.
I would just take a break for the audio version. We'll take a break and
So
for
we're
the
gonna
stream.
say we're gonna take a break, and then we're just gonna sit here and. Talk
Well,
more,
if somebody has to
or-
pee, they can get up to go pee, and then the people
That's
on the
me.
stream can
Okay.
wait. Yeah,
Well, there you go.
yeah.
Liz is gonna go pee.
And we're just gonna hang out.
And I mean, she looks a little peckish, so she may go down and dine on the blood of my children, and
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
be back. So,
Yeah, not all their blood. You got to save some blood for later.
all right,
Don't
Liz,
worry,
you,
I won't put them in the sunshine.
You are officially free to
Free.
move about the cabin.
Yeah.
Thank you kindly. Goodbye.
The pilot will turn the seatbelt on for no reason a little bit later
Yeah.
and yell at you for getting up.
I imagine Liz might even come back.
I don't.
Maybe.
There are no promises.
That was a soft maybe,
It was
which is also Richard's nickname.
soft, maybe.
Soft maybe.
Yeah. We all know why too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's embarrassing.
Super embarrassing.
Mm.
Um.
I'm gonna keep drinking this beer.
So what are you up to, Donovan?
Hey,
Mr.
man.
Glidden?
How you doing, man?
Do you want me to call you? Could you hear Brian okay on the feed there? I don't know what's happening.
Liz just left. Liz just left the feed.
Liz is gone. She's
Yeah.
dead.
We're watching this in the past. It's fun for us.
Finish packing, and no, I couldn't hear Brian at all. Okay, there you go. So Brian was inaudible.
That was
and
perfect.
That will be completely useless audio. So
Yeah.
it's perfect.
Nice.
Thanks.
It probably
Thanks,
picks
Donovan.
up fine for what we record it.
Yeah, and maybe when we can bring him up in the
Yeah.
post.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna take the audio from this and turn it into our podcast episode because the quality is reasonable and it can be done that way. So that is what we're going to do. I could also record it locally while we do this, but we've had this computer shit on us enough today.
Oh, could you imagine
another facet to this problem right now? It just ain't happening.
Plus, we'd have to send the inputs into another thing, and I'm not sure if they can do that synchronously.
Probably can. No, because we can record while it's streaming through this.
Oh, nice.
Hey, good job on finishing packing. And hi, April.
Hi, April.
Hi, April.
I haven't seen April and Donovan in a long time.
I haven't seen them in a while.
They moved to Texas. That's far.
That is far. I've been there.
It's very far. You
I
were
lived
there
with them for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, Christine and I lived with them.
Kind of sucks, right, guys? I live with Greg.
It was awesome.
No, it
We loved
wasn't. It's okay.
We all loved it. It was the perfect experience for everybody involved.
The perfect experience.
Liz is going to come back and try not to trip on stuff.
It may be successful.
She may or may not succeed. And she did not die. She made it.
Woohoo! So we're going to talk about the first few scenes of this movie when we come back.
We can do that. Yeah. The opening of the movie.
We're back. So you're back for the podcast.
Oh my gosh. We're back.
We're back.
Hey. We did it.
I'm so glad to be back.
I'm so glad to be back.
This is
too.
great.
We were gone.
We were gone for so long.
So long.
Hi, Liz. You're back too.
Wow.
Liz is back. Hey, Greg, Liz is back.
I see her front is here too.
Yeah. They both came.
Everybody's here.
Yep.
Good. So what was the the opening of the movie, the vampirism or becoming a vampire or whatever you want to call it is a plague on humanity that has begun to spread.
It's become the end thing, Greg.
It is the thing.
It is the cool thing to do.
Yeah.
All the cool kids are doing it.
Except for in the opening, there's this girl who's like, I don't want to be a vampire. And she kills herself.
Sucks.
It was like the beginning of Up, Pixar's Up, except Pixar's Up was a little more bloodthirsty.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
She's saying that pretty much she had the same feelings as watching Pixar's Up. Yeah.
I liked Up.
Yeah, it's dark.
It's just bloodthirsty.
Up was bloodthirsty.
Yeah.
Up's a bloodthirsty film. It really
More
is.
so than this one.
This movie doesn't make you care about the people first.
Time for Wings. Have fun with your podcast. I'll definitely listen to it later 100%. I 100% believe you, Donovan.
Thanks,
100%.
Donovan. We it's good to have someone we can trust. Such a good friend.
It's power of positivity.
I'm warm on the inside and the outside.
Yeah,
normally it's just the outside and the inside's cold.
So yeah, we are given some exposition through various visual storytelling and news clips, of course, because every disaster movie has to do it through news clips.
But the world is still the same, but it says things marketed towards people with not pointy teeth who drink blood. Stuff is marketed towards people with pointy teeth
who drink
blood. Yeah,
right.
And have pale skin.
So vampires now are basically 95% of the population of the planet, it sounds like.
Yeah, it does sound like that.
Which seems a little excessive.
It seemed like they weren't planning.
It was definitely poor planning.
Yeah.
But I guess the big thing is they don't drink the blood and they start to get crazy.
They turn into Nosferatu.
Right, exactly.
They get all pointy eared, turn to bat creatures. It's pretty heinous.
Yeah, it looks nasty. Does not look pleasant. But if they drink human blood, it keeps them human.
It keeps them round
or at
ears.
least physically human, appearance wise.
Yeah, and there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of benefit to being a vampire in this movie, other than the fact that normal diseases don't kill you and you live a long time.
Yeah, I mean, they don't even know forever because it's only been 10 damn years.
Right. That means the girl who killed herself at the beginning, she was like, "I'm never gonna grow old."
She doesn't even know.
It's been 10 years.
Right. Give it some time. Maybe it's just slower.
It is a slower transition.
You know?
Yeah. It just seemed like she was a little knee jerky on that murder herself thing.
Like that suicide was definitely pretty useless. I feel like she should have just hung out for a little while longer.
Yeah.
Or become a little bat person. Maybe that doesn't suck as much as they think it does.
Adorable little Nosferatu.
Right. Mini vampire people.
Yeah.
Fun fact, I saved the life of a bat at an estate sale I worked the other day, so now it owes me a favor.
It is a fun fact.
Good to know. That is a fun fact.
Mm-hmm.
Did he give you a card?
No, but I know where to find him.
A thing you can put in your window so that he knows it. He comes
it's
in
a signal.
if he sees it, he knows that you
with a light, a spotlight.
Okay.
I'm yawning right now.
You got a bat signal?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I hope a crime fighter doesn't show up instead.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah, Ethan Hawke plays Dr. Edward Dalton.
Yep. Dr.
He's
D.
both a vampire and a hematologist, which seems like quite the career choice. Like that has got to be
Opportunistic.
Yeah.
Yeah. When the world turned to vampires and you're a hematologist, you're like, problem solved.
Right.
He has a nice car at the beginning. He lives in a nice neighborhood. He's got a
nice
a
apartment.
Chrysler 300 from 2016, which is about 13 years old at that point.
It's supposed to be a nice car, Liz.
Liz, I think they make it pretty clear that car is pretty cool.
With the round hubcaps.
With the you can't see the lug nuts.
That's how you know it's
Incredible.
cool. And it has all the outside viewing cameras.
It's got cameras everywhere. Night driving or day driving mode is I think what they called it.
It's very
Day
Bird
driving
Box.
mode engaged. And
Seen a lot of movies with that kind of shit on their cars lately, I feel.
with what on the car?
Just modifications like that. Bird Box.
Oh yeah, Bird Box, and then this one. But the video, video killed people in.
Yeah,
Bird
they
Box,
could only have
so-
sensors.
Yeah, that's bad news.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he plays that hematologist. He works for a pharmaceutical firm.
Yeah, who milks humans.
They milk the humans.
Yeah, they sell the humans.
Well, he says milk, but he means drains them of blood. That is a substantially different thing than milking something.
Unsurprisingly, the blood farmers often appear sporting fedoras,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which are, again, uncomfortably common in the future.
There's a lot of
Yeah, I was really uncomfortable with that. It's probably the worst part of this movie, this future.
It's bleak. That's
The
bleak,
fedoras.
man.
The
It's
exception
just
of
bleak.
fedoras in upper
Troublies?
crust society.
Trubby.
If you care about the difference, then
They're different hats.
I would drink my beer while Greg digs his hole.
They're different hats.
yeah,
That's all I'm
okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you own both, right?
Yeah, great.
Have you ever seen me wear a hat? You guys have one. My only hat, actually, at your house.
Oh, the alligator.
Alligator.
No, the alligator hats. I've seen
I
you wear
forgot
those.
about the alligator hats. So those aren't my hats anymore. My hat was my winter hat that I left at your house.
Yeah, I did something weird with that, by the way.
Did you bring it back?
That's not weird.
Yeah, that is not weird.
It would be weird for me.
It would be weird that you brought it back.
Yeah.
It would be weird.
Yeah. Dr. Dalton, man. Dr. Dalton works for this pharmaceutical company.
The pharmaceutical company, believe it or not, seems to be pretty powerful.
I don't believe it.
I
don't believe it.
I don't know how it could possibly be powerful considering it's literally creating the food source of everybody on Earth.
And he's got Boss Vampire, we're going to call him, played by Sam Neill.
Vamp Boss by Sam
Vampire
Neill.
Boss, played by Sam Neill. Yep. Vampire Boss has hired Dr. Dalton, Dr. D. Oh, I got to burp. It's hard to talk and burp at the same time.
Oh,
And they hired Dr. D
I hired him.
to make a blood substitute. I'm sorry, am I boring you, Greg?
No, this movie is.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They hired Dr. D to make a blood substitute, and Dr. D has not been doing a great job at this. He's making progress, but hasn't quite gotten there yet. And time's running out because they're running out of humans. There's only 5% left.
How, it's a blood substitute. How bad could you mess it up?
Well, I mean, if one thing I know about being a vampire is not only do you trade in your complexion and ability to go outside, but also anything that hurts you just makes you explode. Cause,
Oh, that's right. You're very sensitive to exploding.
yeah, he gave it to one guy and he just turned into like chunks.
Started to blister, and he was like, "Oh, this sucks."
He's like, I'm fine.
and he's like, "Oh, that hurt," and then
Yeah,
he exploded.
he exploded. Yeah, that was what human
A lot of wet,
trials.
but not a lot of chunks when they explode. So later on, when they explode from steaks, it's fiery.
Yeah,
But there's very, very little in the way of moisture or chunkster. But this particular one was
Chunkster?
very wet.
chunkster. Yeah, chunkster.
Chunkster, yeah.
It was very,
Is that not a word?
very moist,
Chunkster, yeah.
Chunkster.
very slick with moisture.
Yeah, very slick explosion. There was a lot of blood.
Yeah, all this movie was just being gross for the sake of being gross.
More or less. It was
It was a gory film.
very gory, and I feel like it was mostly put together in the hopes that they could be like, this would be cool if this happened, and they just did it.
It was like a Gallagher film, but sorry, it's like a Gallagher show, but instead of like fruit, it's zombie chunks.
And I'm assuming there was some sort of rhyme or reason to why they chose to mute the colors except for red when they were focused on vampire scenes.
Yeah, everything was very fluorescent light.
Yeah, it was
I think it's
very
'cause-
blue.
Because they were saying there's no UV, so everything was like very fluorescent. I don't know.
It just seemed like, I don't know.
So, anyways, there's a little bit more exposition we got to know about Dr. D. Dr. D also has a brother who's in the military who hunts humans. He hunts humans. That's like Rambo would be upset. He hunts,
Rambo hunts humans too.
hunts humans who hunt humans.
No, prove it. He just goes mows people down. Those guys are just having jobs.
You drew for this blood. So, anyways, so Noah's brother's in the military. They hunt humans so they can turn them into blood cows.
Right.
And that's what. Now we're all caught up. We're all caught up what we need to know.
It seems really inefficient.
The whole thing, it's like, wouldn't you want to keep a human colony and then take their babies from them or take their old people?
Right. You'd think for all the lessons we've learned about sustainable farming or even just maintaining a population through livestock and farming, those would have applied to the vampire principles of how they manage humans.
They seem to just drain them and waste them or turn them. They turn everybody who wants to be turned.
Everybody's like, oh, you should be a vampire too.
It's cool. This is the best.
Be a vampire. Drink blood, man. Nothing bad about this at all.
It's not great.
No,
it's not great.
Not great.
Yeah, so Dr. D, we find out that Dr. D likes humans.
Dr. D loves humans.
He hasn't drank human blood in a while.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually starting to turn a little pointy.
Pig blood. Yeah, he's getting a little pointy-eared.
Yeah, and it's a good thing he got in that car accident. Because that's when things go, I would say better for Dr. D. Bad for just about everybody else, but good for Dr. D.
Yeah. I mean, he gets shot in the arm. That's a good start to any night.
Yeah.
Vampires crash their cars like idiots too.
Yeah, vampires crash their cars like idiots too. Learn that in this. Nobody can
they've
drive.
Got cars that can see every damn thing at night.
And they
still
crash them.
And they still manage to wrap it around a telephone pole.
Yeah. And so he gets in a car accident. He meets a bunch of humans.
Yeah.
He protects them. And because the cops are coming.
Yeah, cops were coming. And he very much is like, hey, you should go. Like, I'll get in my car and hide.
Yeah.
And then when the police show up, I'll, misdirect them.
And she gets his ID.
Yeah, she figures out who he is.
One of the humans.
Realizes he's a hematologist. And that's a big deal.
Yeah. They're like, finally, we got somebody who might be able to help us.
Right.
And basically she goes to Dr. D's house later on in the movie after Dr. D gets attacked and all this bullshit. All this stupid.
There is so much about this that just like
how does it's so random.
It's just too much luck. Too much dumb luck. Oh shit! The one kind of person that we've been looking for helpful vampires.
Not only did we find a
also
vampire,
blood vampire doctors, and we found a vampire that's nice and is also a blood doctor.
Right.
Perfect. I assumed that would put them off and make them turn on him because he, vampire working in blood.
Right.
Yeah.
You should not trust that person.
Right. That is the last person you want to deal with.
They find one co-conspirating vampire blood doctor.
Yep.
That exists in the whole world. And he happens to be one of the smartest.
And it's not like there's thousands of humans all doing this same look, right? It's just this last-ditch effort of 6 people.
Yeah, it was actually a pretty crappy resistance.
Yeah. It's going to be kind of crappy resistance.
They get wiped out immediately in this movie. They don't even have a fucking moment of triumph. They just get fucking destroyed.
Yeah, it's pretty grim. So
that's it.
The lady shows up at his apartment and is like, "Hey, you should help us. Here's a note. Meet me here at fucking noon because it's
meet me at this tree dappled in sunlight."
Yeah,
at noon.
At noon.
Yeah.
High noon.
High noon.
Sun will be at peak burnitude.
Burnination.
Burninationtude.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, it's totally you'll be fine.
He was fine.
Oh, is this beer actually brewed in collaboration with Metallica?
Yeah, it actually is.
I didn't know that either.
I'm pissed now. I don't want to
mad.
drink this anymore.
Oh shit! Why do I keep drinking
What did you think it was?
a beer?
I didn't buy it. I wouldn't have bought it. I would have looked at the box and said, "Oh, brewed in collaboration with Metallica. No fucking thanks."
Ooh, I like pirating music too much.
I'll keep drinking it. I'll keep drinking it. Would you stop judging me about the fucking beer? Move on with this movie.
I'm not judging you. I'm judging
me.
the beer.
You're judging the world right now.
Wow.
So, anyways,
a little hypersensitive about your.
I think it's a very witty choice.
They go.
Music piracy or not.
We'll get there. We'll get there, Liz.
Listen.
We'll get there.
There's not a whole lot of important things in this movie, but there's something pretty funny because
there are not.
William Dafoe is in this movie.
Willem Dafoe is in this movie, and he plays
Elvis.
He plays Elvis, and Elvis survived his heart attack on the toilet and was turned into a vampire by Sam Neill before they discovered dinosaurs on an island off the coast of Costa Rica. But they thought it was Costa Rica. It was actually Hawaii. and then the dinosaurs got off the island and went to the mainland United States and rampaged around a suburb, and then they got into a tanker and floated away, and then...
Hey, would you like a second fun fact about that?
Yes.
So I sold a Jurassic Park seed this weekend.
Seed?
A Jurassic Park seed. It was a little, like, mosquito in a piece of amber.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So wait, did they get... And that's how...
The dinosaurs became vampire dinosaurs.
And how Obama got here
and that,
from Kenya.
No.
Because...
Oh, my God. Will you stop it? That is... I've explained this to you 100 times.
He came on an airplane.
He flew in to Mexico. Then he swam over to Cuba, and they took a raft from Cuba to Miami, and then they drove in disguises to Louisiana. Then they dug a tunnel under the border of Louisiana and Alabama, and then tunneled up to Chicago.
I get why you want to tunnel up in Alabama. You just keep going.
Yeah,
As
as
soon
as you get to Alabama, you head north. And
like Bugs Bunny, you pick your head up and go, nope.
And they came up into the real Obama's apartment and stole his identity. And that's how he became the president.
It just happened that Obama's identity.
Oh, but first he calls 9/11,
And
so...
it just happened that 9/11 was Obama's fault.
So, Willem Dafoe's accent in this movie.
It just seemed like Willem Dafoe being Willem Dafoe.
It was bad.
It was really inconsistent.
It was really inconsistent.
But everybody was terrible in this. Like, you see all these names and you're like, oh, this might not be so bad. And then they start acting, and it's not good.
Yeah, Kevin Bacon was really bad.
Kevin Bacon was awful.
I mean, Ethan Hawke.
Yes.
Ethan Hawke was really bad.
Yep. Ethan Bacon. Kevin Hawke?
Kevin Hawke.
Hudson Hawk.
Hudson Hawk. Ethan Hawke was really bad. Anytime there was any chance for emotion, he was just like, but you're my brother.
Yeah. And I would like to know how much there's no way the budget was only $20 million. Or it was such a short window for shooting this movie that the actors were all like, okay, that's plenty of money for a week and a half of my life.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason any of them should have looked at this script and thought, fuck yeah.
This movie was a boring, kind of hodged together film of subplots that never really actualized.
I think the canon could have been pretty cool.
The canon was probably really cool.
It at all.
Yeah, like if you like vampires, I'm gonna preface with that.
Love them.
If you like vampires,
love them.
And you want to see a movie about what would happen if vampires took over the world and were really bad at managing their only necessary resource, this is the movie for you. But it's also really bad, so maybe make a new one. Instead.
So they're only manageable.
Hey, but so are most vampire movies. So I guess do whatever you want.
So their only manageable resource, quirky version High School Girls.
Quirky version of High School Girls.
Quirky virgin High School Girls.
Quirky virgin High School Girls.
Because every vampire movie I've ever seen has a quirky virgin high school girl as the protagonist.
Have you seen Dracula?
Have you seen Twilight?
I've seen Twilight.
Like that's 3 movies.
It's like 8 movies. It's like all the vampire movies.
Isn't it just 3? Didn't they just make 3?
They made like 6 of those, right?
Of Twilight?
Yeah.
Twilight.
Well, I don't know.
I think it's just
because the last one they did it like the Harry Potter thing when they split up into 2.
Did they?
Oh yeah.
Oh, then there's 4. Why do you know that?
There were 3
I
books.
follow movie news. They're a movie podcast. I follow this shit. Why don't you know that?
Because it's a movie about fucking high school girls.
We had 3 of their books in the consignment store I worked at, so I assume that's all of the books.
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
No, I want to talk about this.
No, I'm done. I'm done with my
Brian's
ordered us Twilight. Let's ask him.
Call him back.
I'm not calling Brian back. He likes Twilight.
So Willem Dafoe heals himself with fire. he drives one of his badass cars into the sun.
Hang on, you're skipping a major plot point here. Willem Dafoe has a cool car.
Yeah,
it's a Chrysler 300. Oh,
no,
wait, no,
Willem
that's the other one.
Dafoe's is a classic car. I can't remember which one, but he had several throughout the movie. Several
3D.
Classic cars in this movie.
The Trans Am.
Yeah.
With the dramatic quote on the side, and I honestly could not tell whether my appreciation for a dramatic quote on the side of a Trans Am was ironic or not. I think I actually liked it.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. That Trans Am was sweet.
Yeah.
It's like a 79 Trans Am with a 6.6 liter. That's a 403 cubic inch engine in that bad
And
boy.
a dramatic ass quote.
And honeycomb
written on the
rims.
side.
It kind of looks like the Bandit from Smokey and the Bandit, but it's a different car technically, I think.
Plus vampires.
Plus vampires. Smokey and the Bandit plus vampires. Oh, yeah, I forgot that it's St. Patrick's Day. I'm not even wearing green.
Sorry, Patrick's
This is the
talking to
only
us. He's
green
sorry, he said
I
he's sorry he
Patrick's
missed
getting
us.
back to us. Did you call Chris? He's been getting fucked up all day. Probably would have been a funny conversation.
Oh, we did call Chris. He didn't answer.
Yeah. He didn't answer. We left him a voicemail, though, I think, didn't we?
We did leave him a voicemail. Hopefully he loves it. So basically, this movie happens. This is what happens.
What happens?
Willem Dafoe,
Elvis.
Elvis. We call him Elvis. Elvis
Willem to Elvis.
figured out he got healed. He healed himself by catching himself on fire.
Caught on fire because he was driving like an idiot and hadn't had blood in a while. And so he ran into something.
We all get a little bit hangry once in a while.
Flew through the windshield of his vehicle.
He was hangry.
And as he flew through the windshield of his vehicle, caught on fire from the sun's obnoxious UV rays that murder everything.
Yeah.
And
Including
landed in
my
the
eyes.
ocean. And like the scene is hilarious because like the car just smashes into something and then there's just a flaming body that shoots out of the car and I'm like, why is he on fire? Oh, it's a vampire.
Yeah. He's like a little fire missile.
Lands in the water, and it's kind of neat looking, really, like a cool concept. But that's what cures Willem Dafoe's vampire blood.
Right. That and just being a badass.
Sunlight, but in doses. But
Doses
here's the
of
thing.
sunlight.
Here's the thing. Sunburns are always worse when you're in the water because water reflects light. So that shouldn't work.
But it put out the fire.
Which
So
is good for him.
he was able to get the UV without catching
Where
on
does
fire.
it end? Chicken or egg? Like, was the fire the UV or not?
Clearly, the fire is caused by the UV, and the water prevents the fire from happening. So the UV cooked all the
That's
vampire
some
out
lazy
of him
ass
while he was in the
bullshit.
water.
You know what doesn't filter out UV entirely, at least?
Water.
The shade of a tree.
No,
Trees.
absolutely not. So direct sunlight seems to cook motherfuckers, but if you're in like the shade of a tree, you're good to go.
They say it's UV,
So why
but
don't
it's
they
not
just
UV.
tint the shit out of their windows instead of blacking everything out completely like assholes?
That's a good point, actually. It's even a better point
Because
than...
nothing makes sense in this universe.
That's
Nothing
not
was
true.
really fully executed
They
properly.
explode when sticks touch them, so that's big.
Not all of them. The one got a stick in his arm and he's
And
fine.
he was like, "Ow, my arm!"
It's like Diablo characters.
Stupid.
They
That
just
was the only
explode.
part of the movie that I really liked, honestly, was when he got shot in the arm. I was like, "No, don't shoot me again."
Yeah. He was like, also not with a whole lot of motion. He gets shot in the arm by like the girl after that car accident. He was like, no, don't shoot me again.
It was the most honest acting. I think that maybe somebody actually shot him on set.
Somebody shot Ethan Hawke
And
right
they
in the
were
arm.
like, "We're gonna shoot you again, okay?" Ethan
He's like,
Hawke.
no,
And he was like, don't shoot me again.
Hold on. We need crossbow blanks. This is obviously sticking right out of my arm. It's not great.
This hurts. You really shot me with a real life crossbow.
That's arm meat. That's just meat.
It's in there. It's in there, and there's splinters probably. This is gonna be
This is bad. This is real bad.
Real bad.
I don't think I can do another. Guys, I'm bleeding out. Another scene? All right. Just take another take. Just shoot it quick.
So for the sake of audio, we are gonna do one more break, and then when we get back,
Come on, Liz.
Liz. When we get back, we're going to talk about how Dr. Dalton got hundreds, if not thousands of people killed in his selfish crusade to bring back humanity.
Yeah. Great.
Liz. Great, Liz.
Great.
Great.
Everybody on the stream can see that was your face, but everybody listening to us just assumes
That was
your
Liz
butt.
making fart noises
Out of her
with
butt.
her mouth.
Out of her butt.
Out of her butt.
With her butt.
She farted on our microphones.
Yeah.
Armpit, butt, mouth,
Arm, butt, pit.
Oh,
everything.
that's like
arm.
all in one.
all my Pornhub searches all wrapped into one. Armpit, butt, mouth.
Armpit, butt, mouth. Yeah. I mean, that's.
That's what I like. I like what I
I
like.
burped out of my butt.
Yeah. All right, so let's take that break.
Okay, bye.
I'm gonna pee.
Taking that break.
I'm gonna pee. The live stream will live.
Take.
Patrick said he's getting
your
ice cream with
break.
Allison, and he can't take a
your
call from us.
break.
So he's not really sad he missed it. He's actually glad he missed it because he's getting ice cream with somebody, and having taken our call would have been a burden. So why did he lie to us? Friends don't lie to each other. Make sure he knows that.
Friends don't lie to each other.
Yeah.
I wonder if the ice cream place is. Oh, how late that ice cream place is open down here.
If you just show up at that
place
that Patrick's at right
No.
No.
Yes.
Handles Toledo business hours. They're open till 9 o'clock tonight, so
Got nothing but time.
I could go get some ice cream. It's 8:07.
And it's 10 minutes away, right?
10 minutes away, if that. It's probably closer to 5.
So do you ever go to S&M Charlie's Waffle Hut?
No, I've never heard of that.
You're fucking missing out, dude.
Where is it?
It's Toledo.
That's a big city. Like,
It's by the health center.
okay.
Center, you take the exit off of 75 Center Street, I think.
Central Avenue?
Central Ave, yeah.
Okay.
It's Sam and Charlie's Waffle Hut, but the A fell off, so everybody calls it S&M Charlie's.
S&M Charlie's Waffle. Okay.
And they take muffin batter and make it into waffles. So you get flavors like blueberry and lemon poppy seed and cinnamon, and it is off the chain. Sam or S&M Charlie's is off the chain.
Free range waffles.
Well, there are signs also. There are signs on the windows that say things like "Get waffleized" and "It's waffle time." Like, it's awesome.
It is awesome.
You gotta go.
I would love some waffles.
They have waffle light fixtures hanging from the ceiling.
S&M Charlie's, huh?
Yeah.
Sam Charlie's.
I've heard it called the White House too, because it's like a little white,
All right.
little white building.
Yeah, I'll check. I mean, I'll for sure check
It's
it out.
so
if it's off of 75 in Central, it's pretty close to me. So
yeah.
I'm interested.
There was a bowling alley I went to that's South Toledo. It was pretty far away, but it had 2 rows of lanes, like both sides of the buildings. It was pretty cool.
Oh, all right.
So, how long's our stream been so
I don't know.
72 minutes.
It's like 72 minutes.
72 minutes?
You have this thing? I can't.
Oh.
Pull out the phone.
Why can't you?
My fingerprint didn't work anymore for some reason.
Imagine that.
What do we got? It's been. How long has this been going? Oh, you don't have the app installed, do you?
No.
Ooh, that's why I can't.
Should I install the app?
No, you don't have to.
Look at the app.
You don't do anything crazy.
Watching the app.
You don't need to do nothing crazy now.
Is that crazy?
Boyo.
Is installing the app crazy?
No sense doing anything wild.
You hit the button and it goes.
Twitch. I can check it with my Twitch app.
Check it.
Checking it with my.
Checking
we have
it with
3
this wiener.
viewers right now.
What?
Yeah.
People are watching us? Hey, guys.
Christine, and Liz, you idiot.
Oh.
Wait, how am I a viewer?
Are you not watching it?
No.
We got a viewer! Oh!
I feel like I'm so underdressed.
You are.
So
ad.
exposed.
I want to talk to you about
To get
that.
to now we got 2 viewers. They caught on.
We got an ad?
We got an ad, yeah.
I'm out of it.
Oh, my
That's
God.
why it's 2.
What the fuck? Why am I in here? What the fuck is this shit?
Well, again, I gotta sign up.
Dashboard,
Can I sign up with my Facebook?
53 minutes. That's how long we've been.
Really?
We've
That's
been
it?
at it. Yeah,
We're
that's
doing
it.
good.
It feels so much longer than that. Whenever I'm with you,
Whenever I'm with you.
the pain that I feel.
What should be my name? SYSV Rick. That should be my name.
SY.
Mine's Trapdoor, DORE.
I just want you. Okay, God.
What's wrong
It's me, Margaret.
with
Where's my period?
The end of the sentence, idiot. Unless you're shouting.
Why
in which
are
case
girls-
it's a sentence after that.
girls so-
Unless that's a question, in which case maybe the next one after that.
Why are girls so dumb? It's right there. You can drink one of these M43s. They're very good.
No. We're back. While
We're back.
fidgets with his phone.
I'm not fidgeting with my phone. I'm logging into the Switch stream.
He's fidgeting. Anyway,
They moved
This-
where your profile face is on the Gmail
Richard-
app. It shouldn't have done that. That's
bought
annoying.
a beer that
I did.
suits this. That we haven't done this in a minute, have we?
no. It's been a while. That's why
Yeah.
I did it. I was
I'm
really,
glad.
I
I'm
was
glad
happy.
you found this. It's the beer is called Enter Night and is in collaboration with the band Metallica.
Who I don't hate.
Never heard of it.
I don't hate Metallica. Like
It's
for
I
few records or
I
just,
like that song.
This is brewed and
That's the
canned
same.
by Arrogant Consortia, Escondido, California, and Richmond, Virginia.
Wait, is it not Stone?
Virginia. I
This is
don't
Stone.
know who makes this beer.
it's Stone Brewery
Stone Brewery. Where does it say Stone?
It's
It says
arrogantconsortia.com.
Arrogant Consortia.
because this is the Stone guy. Look up the Stone net. This is Stone.
I don't
The
think
fuck
that
are we
is.
drinking? think it's Arrogant Consortia, whatever
It
that
says
is.
Arrogant Consortia, Richard. This does not say Stone.
It was with the
anywhere
other
on it,
Stone
buddy.
Brewery stuff.
Well, it's not. It's not Stone Brewery.
Unless they have a dumbass website name.
Richard got fucked. And should get fucked because this is not by Stone Brewery.
That's a
Isn't
prop.
that a reward, technically?
No. This is like one of those, like, this is a novelty beer.
This is a novelty beer.
It might be, it has Stone's logo on it, but Stone didn't brew it in their brewery. It's a novelty
That
beer.
is just a fucking devil face, dude.
I promise you it's Stone.
I promise you, you're wrong.
Look it up online.
I can't look it up online. I got 4% battery
Y'all
in
are
my
fucking
phone.
fools.
Anyway, it's on. It's time
Enter
to get...
Night
I'm fucking
Beer.
reading. I'm reading the can.
Enter Night Beer, please, Google.
Let me read this can to you. It's on. It's time to get started. To crank things up, to get loud. That
All
thumping
right.
you feel in your chest
That's enough.
isn't your
You can
imagination.
it's Arrogant Consortia.
It's your heart. It's life.
Oh, arrogant bastard.
It's the rockin' tunes. It's your inspiration, wanting to break out. It ain't gonna sit there waiting, so motherfucking grab it.
Metallica and
This is a collaboration in the truest sense between two entities that
so they
were born
do
on
have
the
a
fringes.
stupid-ass website
We've
name.
navigated life from a different perspective. We imagined things different from what they were and set about using our art to change the world according to our vision. We started being misunderstood by many and loved by few. Today that's the same, but that few has become more. A
Wait.
lot more.
How's that the same?
That's you, my friend. And we're
That's not the
stoked you're with
same.
us on this
Metallica's the
journey.
biggest, one of the biggest, most
The
popular
day is
bands
winding down.
in the world.
It's time to get started.
Why are you still
No
reading
more
this?
waiting. It's
Stop.
time to get loud.
You're making me
It's
hate
time
this.
to enter night.
This is the worst. Anyways,
So-
it is
I'm gonna
Stone
throw
Brewery.
this
I
can
am
at
not
the
wrong.
wall.
You are wrong. Metallica and Stone Brewery collaborate on Enter Night Pilsner. All
They
right,
don't.
well,
They didn't brew at the Stone place. They brewed at the place. They brew all the shitty novelty beer they make for like movies and shit.
And
all right.
bands.
Well, either way,
Stupid bands.
Remember that you and I. Listen, this is a deep cut, and if you're on the stream, you get to hear this. Congratulations.
wow.
But remember when you and I went to the Walgreens?
Yeah.
And we bought a pallet of beer. It was called
Yeah,
like
that
Wheel.
shitty beer wheel.
Wheel. It was like $1. No, it was like 50 cents a can.
It was so cheap.
yeah, and
It was worth every penny.
it was novelty beer brewed for like some like promotional thing. It never got sold. It was this is the same.
Yeah.
Made for the- they have different rules when they make beer there. You can make them
It's,
smaller runs.
It's. This is actually not as bad as.
It's not terrible. It's really not great.
It's
Bad.
fine. I feel like if this got much warmer, it was going to be real bad.
I also bought these M43s, which has nothing to do with it, but it's literally my
The
favorite.
best.
All right. Well,
My favorite.
It's an India Pale Ale, dude.
It's delicious.
It's fucking
With
6.8%
juice in
bug
it.
spray. That's all it is.
No, it's delicious. you also have
Anyway,
to do this. It
and
has this cool
I'll
little,
drink
like,
it if you
freak
don't.
out sediment and what you can do about it. There's sediment in the bottom of the can. It's okay. Roll the can for even sediment distribution. Or pour but leave some behind. Either way is fine to enjoy.
M43 is excellent, right? Come on. Nobody's watching
New
this.
Orthodox
Nobody cares.
India Pale Ale Series. This is a
No.
product of USA in
Old
Michigan.
Nation. Yeah, it's Old Nation.
Keep cold and drink fresh.
Well, same as
I'm
What
going
you
to
should-
roll the can. Roll in the can for even sediment distribution. Roll in the can. Anyway, what did you guys think of the Enter Night beer?
can I say something about this?
Budweiser.
No, Richard, I asked you to talk about it, but I don't want you to actually say a word.
I was worried that was what you were trying to do, and I didn't want to. You're so confusing.
We're on a stream. It's live right now. Person is watching. Embarrassing.
It's actually okay.
So embarrassing.
It's actually okay. It's not like I just been drinking it. I haven't really been thinking about it. It's kind of tastes like a Molson Canadian to me.
No, it's a little heavier than a Molson.
The can is excellent. The can is fucking excellent.
Can's amazing.
Period. The can, like it's like they paid to get this done at a place that does excellent cans and okay beer.
The can is excellent.
I'm gonna-
Everything about it.
I might
is-
keep
is
one of these
high
cans.
quality.
Just to have it,
Yeah.
to show the like friends.
Do you want me to read the thing again?
Yeah, could you read that again? But this time in could you read it in a voice? Just,
It's on. It's time to get started. To crank things up. To get loud.
it's on.
That thumping you feel in your chest isn't your imagination. It's your heart.
It's your heart.
life.
Your
it's
life.
the rockin' tunes.
That really
it's
makes
your
sense for this.
inspiration wanting to break out.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna sit there waiting, so
Girl.
motherfucking grab it. This is a collaboration in the truest sense between two entities that were born on the fringes. We've navigated life from a different perspective.
They did?
We imagine things differently from what they were and set about using our art to change the world according to our vision. We started being misunderstood by many and loved by few. Today, that's the same, but that few has become more. A lot more. That's you, my friend. And we're stoked you're with us on this journey. The day is winding down. It's time to get started. No more waiting. It's time to get loud. It's time to enter night. Is that good?
That was excellent.
All right.
That was really good.
You got to break out Eddie Vedder Liz. It's a new character I'm working on.
Ooh, Eddie Vedder Liz.
Vedder Liz, yeah.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Vedder. We have two viewers.
God.
Who are our viewers?
Does he go by Edward
You're
Vedder?
one of them.
Who's Synth?
Synth? Is Synth watching?
Our friend
Synth, are you
Synth.
in there, buddy?
Who's Command Root?
I don't know.
Those are our two viewers.
Cynthy? Syntherpoo? Synthington?
There's an ad. Did we get money for this ad?
What? No, we don't get money for that. First of all, it's my Twitch. If anybody was getting the money, I would be getting the money. Second of all, no, I don't get any money from Twitch because I have like 14 followers. So
who's Command Root? We have people I don't know. Hi.
Users in chat. Synth is our mod. Commander Root. I don't know who that is. I don't know who Tade is. And I don't know who Zenkaber is.
All this chat is when people come in, we read their names. We tell you whether we know them or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know who Synth is. I
don't know anybody.
He's a powerlifter from
he was on our last one.
Southern
Yeah.
State. Yeah.
I don't.
Chancellors.
Wait. I don't know who Command Root is. No, don't know.
It's Commander Root.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know that person
Jesus.
either. I don't know either of them. Taid or Zinky Bear.
Zenky Bear?
Do you know?
Is it Zenky Bear?
All right.
Zenky Bear! Anyway, Liz, what did you think of the Enter Night? You want me to read the
fine.
paragraph again?
I don't think it'll do me any good. No.
No?
No.
Other voices.
It's got 3 voices.
I got at least 3 voices. Anyway, what did you think of Enter Night?
It's fine. It doesn't like that.
It's fine. You heard it here. It's
It
fine.
doesn't like that I pirate music, but it's fine.
You know what? Napster, man.
I'm over it.
I love
Napster
Napster.
fucked Metallica up for me.
Blind
Yeah.
liar.
Specifically, fucked me up for their dumb drummer.
Because all they needed to do was go, hey, Napster, let's work something out.
Yeah.
And
Rather
they
than-
could have changed the
well,
music industry. They could have changed the
they
music
were not
industry.
thinking that far ahead.
Yeah.
They saw it as a threat to their finances in the immediate and did not consider that
They could have
may
owned it.
be
Yeah.
the future. And it is, by the way, the future.
future.
If you're
And
listening from 1999 right now, Napster is the future. Or
Don't
at
let
least
Metallica
a
tell you
big,
otherwise.
big part of where the future takes you.
They invented everything that we love about stealing music.
If you find a way to
Stealing anything, really.
I'm telling you, 1999, find a way to distribute music digitally as conveniently as possible. We recommend subscription services. You're going to make a mint.
Yeah. So,
Hopefully, Apple's not listening from 1999.
Oh,
It'd be
God,
a shame if they were the primary source of people to get music.
that'd be worse. So,
Fucking
so
Apple.
Vampire Boss finds his daughter.
Mhm.
It's that he was talking about earlier.
Unfortunately for her.
He goes, I have a daughter. She didn't want to get changed. Blah blah blah. He found her.
I wouldn't want to change in front of my dad either. She was fucking 20-something.
Gross. Yeah.
That's creepy, man.
Vampire Boss finds her, and she gets turned into a vampire.
Yeah.
After he finds her.
Yeah.
Cause
And she gets turned into a fish.
Yeah. Then a fish.
A fish?
What else would it be? You said it like it was a surprise.
No, it's not a surprise. And then she gets killed, and that's the end of her storyline.
Yeah, it was pretty...
Like she's here.
So, she was only there to...
Shift appearances between Emma Watson and Kristen Stewart.
Yeah, she was
No,
a
she,
well,
well,
a Kristen
I-
Stewart
for
character.
the story, she was there because
hot.
Blood Boss was not willing to turn his daughter himself.
Blood Boss? Oh, even better.
And so he
Yeah,
had
Blood Boss.
Dr. D's brother, who is a soldier, go turn him for her, or turn her for him.
Yeah.
And then the soldier brother had to, because she refused to drink human blood.
Very complicated.
And drank her own blood and poisoned herself and became Nosferatu style. They call them, what do they call them? Subdwellers or something
Yeah,
like that?
yeah. It's like subdwellers, yeah.
Yeah,
Subterranean dwellers. Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. I'm going.
He's
We're done.
subdwellers.
That was fine. Subdwellers, fine.
call them
Nobody's
subdwellers.
watching this shit. This movie sucked.
I think they call them subdwellers.
Just fucking stop it.
All right.
Just fucking stop it.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right. I should. Subdwellers. That's what they call them.
Sub motherfucking dweller.
Yeah.
And he takes this lady and like they chain a whole bunch of these fuckers up to the back of a Humvee, which seems like a really inefficient way to torch a bunch of people.
But it was fun to do it nice and slow, yeah.
With sharp fucking sticks.
Aesthetic is everything, my man.
They didn't want to clean it up, so they did it outside.
Yeah. Well, they all explode anyway. What's the damn point?
Yeah, they have to clean that up though. It's outside.
Why?
Aesthetic is everything,
Anyway.
my man.
Yeah, aesthetic is
They
everything,
marched
my
them.
man.
They marched them.
And they chain them up to this thing, and they go at a snail's pace with them instead of just like fucking hauling ass out of there and dragging them out.
So slow. It takes like 2 hours.
And Soldier Brother is there and makes eye contact with this fucking subdweller, crazy faced daughter as she
Physical
explodes
contact.
into
She
death
grabs
fire.
his
Yeah,
arm.
She likes him. He changed her.
she loves him, right? Yeah, that's what it is. It has nothing to do with hatred and fear, right? It's love.
It's great. It's great.
Yeah.
So, anyways, she exists just to soak the last bit of humanity out of Blood Boss. That's it. That's
Blood
it.
Boss is done.
It's to make him irredeemable,
Brother,
right?
And Brother is using this as a type of redemption.
Yeah. Now he's become redemption. She's just there to like so other people can live their best lives.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I want to be the best me.
So these wild man vampires are uncontrollable and are a blight on society, and they hate them because they're homeless,
Right.
dirty, and angry.
Oh God, that's also what I look for on Pornhub.
Homeless, angry, and dirty.
Almost angry. My favorite channel.
Homeless, angry, dirty.
There's a reason he likes
Naked,
me. That's
dirty
all I'm
girls.
saying.
I wish I remembered what you said the first time. Oh, armpits, butt, sand. What was the-
I've heard butts and faces. I don't know.
Armpit, butts, and mouth.
There you go. Armpit, butt, mouth, and homeless, dirty, angry.
Almost dirty, angry orgy.
Pornhub, if you're listening, can you make a channel like that for Richard, please?
Orgy.
For everyone, really. We'll all benefit.
The world will be a better place.
So I wrote it here. Vampire boss kidnapped his daughter. She doesn't want to be a vampire. He's not excited about this. Turns into a vampire anyways and marches her into the sun.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
Done.
Problem solved.
And he's like, all right, well, she didn't like it, so I guess instead of returning the gift,
Yeah.
I'll just burn her alive in the sun.
And we could we used to do this. We would go through every fucking scene. Let's just be clear. The vampires kill all the rebels. You don't even get to know them. They're just dead in the background.
Not all of them. You got Willem Dafoe,
Yeah.
the lady whose name is not in the credits,
Audrey.
and
Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke.
I got fucked up with Kevin
That's
Bacon
it.
earlier.
They're the
Like-
only three. They're the only three
Yeah.
that are left.
Yeah, that's it. Ethan Hawke new to the. And Ethan Hawke.
Hang on now. We'll get there.
Are we not,
Don't
yeah, because we're
surprise
jumping
people
around. I don't
yet.
want to surprise. You guys want to be surprised? Everybody looks one.
They want to be surprised.
wanna be surprised.
They want to be surprised.
Drink it. Liz is asking me permission because she doesn't do anything about my permission.
That's a smart woman.
Yeah,
This
smart
to save
woman.
the seagulls. And the
Oh, fuck the seagulls. I want to leave it. I want to
What?
catch
Now,
them.
hang on. So
Oh,
you
they
need a
made it so you
seagull
can
channel?
rip it.
You
Oh,
need a
that's so
seagull
nice.
channel on
All
Pornhub
right.
too?
Props to Stone. They made it so you can just tear it apart. There's perforations.
I
so
asked you a
can just-
question, Richard.
What?
Do we need a seagull channel on Pornhub too?
Yeah.
You said fuck the seagull.
Oh, there is one.
Oh, there's the seagull channel. That's bookmarked.
All right. Now I had to say it 3 times so it stopped being funny for everybody else.
Hey, Greg, should it be a seagull channel?
It was
Pornhub
never
too.
funny for us. Don't worry. Hey, don't worry. They're safe now.
Hey,
Richard
he's
not
gonna
safe.
choke. He's gonna choke. He's choking. He's choking. Does anybody know how to stop plastic that's loosely in his mouth from getting further into his mouth?
By punching him in the stomach as hard as
Is
I can.
there a doctor in
All
the
right.
house?
No,
Ra-
but there's a puncher.
Shut up, Liz. I want to talk about this movie. Oh my god. Now about fucking camera being a misogynist. This is your fault. I hate her so much. All the rebels get
I'm sorry if you're listening to this.
kidnapped and killed, or killed. I think they all get kidnapped, right? Because they want to eat them.
Yeah, some
they all-
of them got. Yeah, they just like.
They all get kidnapped, and at the same time, and then the rest of the rebels left over at the base take off to a new base. Ethan Hawke stays behind. Dr. D stays behind because he goes, there's these vats for like cooking cooking wine.
Yeah, so the vampire cure, they figured out.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
And it was controlling the burn from the sun.
Yeah.
And so they were using these winemaking vats that could be vacuum, like they could vacuum out the oxygen in the space
And the wine.
to stop the fire.
It's
With
like
their mouths.
yeah, it's like forest management, but with vampire
Right.
cells
Yes.
in mouse.
So they cut a hole in this tank, which eliminates the vacuum, by the way.
I science, whatever.
And they put the flap on the inside, which would immediately be pulled open when the vacuum started.
I mean,
but that didn't happen for some reason.
Dr.
because
D was
physics-
also wearing a heart monitor. It didn't melt as he caught fire like 6 times. So
So yeah,
whatever.
Anyway,
I'm fine with that. It's okay. That doesn't bother me.
they suck the
magic.
oxygen out to put out the fire.
Yeah.
Because there's no oxygen in his body, so it's fine.
Yeah,
Don't
Willem
worry.
Dafoe has a mask because he's never. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They eventually get his heart to start.
It hurts.
They burn him over and over again until his heart starts.
3
It's like,
times. Third time's the charm.
It's like trying to start the engine in the
Very
cold and the
formulaic.
all my Midwest people know. You get out there to start that engine, it's the third crank. Yeah,
Or
really
you know,
gets
like
it.
a defibrillator.
Defibrillator?
Defibrillator.
Yeah.
Defibrillation?
Later. Enter Night does not make you more articulate.
It makes you prettier. It makes you smarter. It makes you better. And it makes you faster.
But not more articulate.
But not more articulate.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're me. In which case, everything makes you more articulate because you are the greatest human being that has ever lived.
You
So,
know-
me, if you're listening, remember how great you are.
Hold on, if I hit up the volume, we can hear you from the past.
Yeah. Past me will talk to me
I really have to say, Greg,
in the future.
if you want this beer to taste just horrible,
Let it get warm.
hold it right in your hand
Yeah.
while you drink it. Yeah.
Yeah, get it to
Cradle
about
it
body
between the
temperature.
thighs
Yeah.
to keep from
Yeah.
spilling on the couch.
Yep.
Exactly.
We did it. We did it, boys. We did it.
Or spill it on the couch and suck it out of the cushion with your face.
What?
It's a new thing.
Is it?
Mhm.
I don't want that to be a thing.
Yours now.
Ooh.
That's my
That's
gift
my
to you.
thing. Thanks.
So Dr. D,
Dr. D.
I like your gifts. Dr. D is now human. He got his tan back like immediately. The pigment in his skin is like radiant.
Yeah. He like as soon as he became human again, he was beautiful.
Yeah.
He was Ethan Hawke the actor, not Ethan Hawke the vampire.
And this is
playing-
great
the
because
actor playing a vampire.
it's going to be really easy for him to work with the other vampires to get this cure out now that he's
Yeah.
no longer a vampire.
Yep.
So he was really thinking this through.
Well, he knew he needed to test it, and they weren't going to get another vampire.
True.
And that is the only place where these sorts of conditions could be replicated.
I kind of agree, but now they're fucked. They didn't think what the next step at all.
No. He literally could have just gone back to work. They actually
Yeah.
said, "Go get your brother. He can go back to work."
That's a good point. He could have just gone back to work.
He didn't do that. So, and he cures himself. He's no longer a vampire.
That's great.
Awesome.
No, you're right. They
Yes.
did. They gave him the option. They're like, we get it. Come back to work. He could have just done that. They given and slipped the cure into the.
He could
serum-
have
yeah.
done cured somebody.
This movie could have been a little more
We
clever.
find,
Is all we're saying.
so his brother shows up after the cure is done, and grabs Willem Dafoe. And so the woman gets snatched. Whatever her fucking name, Audrey. Audrey
Yeah.
gets snatched, and after they discover the dead bodies of the rest of the resistance, and while they're there, oh wait, no, they go to his friend's apartment. Everybody went to his friend's apartment.
Yeah. So there's one other character in this movie. One other person who has a minor role,
He's in the beginning,
Yeah.
and he's at the end.
and that's the guy. He's actually a genius.
His name's Christopher.
His name's Christopher.
Christopher,
Christopher is easily as smart as Dr. D. You find out,
easily.
and he creates he was able to actually invent the blood substitute.
Yeah.
But Dr. D's like, this is a buddy of mine. I'm gonna
Can
go
we call it the Blood Institute?
the blood substitute. Yes, that also sounds like a place you learn about blood.
It does.
Yeah.
But we're talking about a blood substitute.
Yeah.
Although Dr. D could be a teacher at the Blood Institute.
Sorry, we're explaining this movie so you don't have to watch it. That's what we're doing
don't.
right
You
now.
don't need to watch it.
We're explaining this because it's so fucking stupid. So he goes, I'm gonna go talk to my vampire friend about this.
Yeah.
So they just show up at this guy's house, apartment. Yeah, it's a nice place. Well, it's a condo.
You know what? I'm just being an asshole. So
Well, you could just sit there.
you can just roll
And-
over my assholes and
They'll smell great.
put it right up on Pornhub, and it'll go right into your armpits, assholes, and mouths channel.
So they show up at this guy's house holding like weapons. So first off, not the best way to convince somebody to help you out.
No, I would be pretty put upon if somebody showed up and pointed the one thing that would make me explode. Oh no, I'm sorry. One of several things that would make me explode into a
Right.
fucking ball of fire.
Right, because when you're a vampire, you basically just explode.
You're very sensitive as a vampire.
Just about anything.
But somehow they're the dominant species.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to
They're not at all concerned that while they're hanging out talking to this guy about the vampire cure they have, that he gets a call from his ex-wife and walks out of the room. Why there are 3 people there holding weapons? He's like, here, give me a second. I need to speak to my ex-wife. This is what I would do. I would stop a very important conversation with people with weapons to talk to an ex.
Yep.
And they would they just sit there and go, yeah, that's
oh sure, yeah, that's totally what a really good excuse to get up and walk away from the group of people that are trying to kill you.
It wasn't until Dr. D walks over and picks the guy's cell phone out of his coat and goes, it says, just in bold letters, work.
Office, yeah.
Office. He's like,
It's,
oh, he must be double
It was
crossing
the
us.
other landline, but The first, Audrey gets up to check on their friend.
Oh, was it the other landline?
And they go,
Okay.
yeah, it was a landline phone. So it was another wireless head.
Also, why did vampires in 2019 have so many landlines? This movie was made in 2010.
And Chrysler 300s.
You know what?
Yeah.
The iPhone wasn't invented until 2007.
Right. It's only
So
3
it
to
makes
4 years
total
old.
sense that the hottest style of phone on the planet at the time was not represented in the movie.
no holograms either. Usually, a movie made in like 2010 that depicts life 10 years later has like 6
No,
holograms.
This was 2010, depicting something that happened 10 years after 2019.
Oh,
think.
yeah. Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Just
you're right.
really poorly.
Yeah, it didn't do a great job. Even like a little sidebar that I'll probably cut out the audio, but the streamers can listen to us. Even like the GPSs looked really like 2003, 2002. Like all the like little screens and stuff
They
did
had
not
a
look
weird
very
vision
modern
for the future.
Yeah, I actually kind of liked it. It was actually kind of one of my favorite parts. He did a decent job with the point. Like, okay, a lot of this movie took place in a desert because they blew all their money on the cities when they did shoot the cities. But the cities looked awesome when they did take time to shoot the cities. Although nobody seemed to live there.
Yeah, it's, I mean,
It actually kind of reminded me of Deus Ex, the game Deus Ex.
yeah.
It's like this future city of like 8 people.
Why do you have yourself hard to the right, by the way?
It's hard. Oh, I'm trying not to be next, like front of this.
No, I mean your mic is set hard right on the mixer.
Oh, I didn't mean to
It's
do that.
down. It's set to mono anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I didn't mean to do that.
Curious.
No, that was an accident. Yeah, good catch. Good catch. I didn't mean to do that.
It doesn't matter. Nobody will. Literally, no one will ever know because it's all mono.
Except for now that we have it out here, so literally nothing. Yeah.
Oh,
Literally, those people will know.
oh my God.
So,
I'm
anyways,
sorry, Richard.
Greg, can we talk about the movie? Can we talk about?
Betrayal.
Can we just pretend it didn't
Can we
happen?
talk about the betrayal?
This
Okay.
betrayal? What
Your
I just did to
betrayal.
Rich?
Your betrayal.
So sorry.
Let me finish this one beer made by Metallica.
Okay.
Brought to you by Metallica.
All right, Metallica. Thank you. If you're listening, Metallica, this
Taste-
beer is so good.
It tastes like Reloaded.
It tastes like Reloaded. It really.
Hey, Richard, your ears are getting a little pointy. I think you need some blood.
Ooh. I don't know what that means.
My pointy ear. It's a sex joke. So, let's be clear for a second. Let's be clear.
Finally.
Let's be clear. This guy's
You have 1 second.
this guy has no vampire friends. Dr. D has no vampire friends.
Okay, that's your moment of clarity. That's what you chose to use
Yes,
it on.
yes,
Done.
yes.
Now, back to the norm.
No vampire friends. So the vampire army shows up right away. They were there for maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Showed up right away.
Yeah.
They steal Aubrey,
Snatched her.
snatch her right up. So
She gets shot right in the chest with a fucking dart. Just that. And she's like, oh, shit.
yeah, it was pretty awesome
Fucking
actually.
dart in the
That was the best
chest.
acting in the movie was when she gets hit with the dart and she just looks down like,
you
oh,
know what that
fuck.
now I just thought of? Have you seen, you remember C-Lab 2021?
Yes.
TV show from the early 2000s?
Oh yeah, we watched it a lot.
And they're doing, it was the episode
Dodgeball
about
time.
Stimutax, I think, where he made a drug out of the venom from the fugu fish.
I
And somebody's
don't remember
talking
that
to- The doctor is talking about stopping and like, are you crazy? You're making this stuff out of it. And he goes, oops, dart in your neck, and shoots a blow dart. I just wanted to remember that. for a minute.
Oops, dart in the neck.
Yep. So
That was this entire movie.
If you loved it, if you loved the subspace so much, why don't you marry it?
like an otter, like a sexy otter.
Oh, Sea Lab. Oh, I love that show.
That show was so good.
Our podcast should just be us watching Sea Lab.
Oh my God!
What are we even
that?
doing?
I don't.
All right, next episode
Next
we're going to
episode,
talk about Sea Lab.
We're reviewing C-Lab 2021
Season 1.
episodes,
Season 1.
starting from season 1 all the
Oh
way
my
to
God.
the gas leak season.
Oh, so good. I'll be so excited.
And then after that,
It's dodgeball time.
Bird Box.
I said it's dodgeball time, bitch.
Ball cannon.
Oh
Oh,
God! All right, I'm sorry. We're
how's
back.
that M43?
It's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I can see why this is one of your favorite. It's actually like when I think pale ale, I do not usually think of anything that has this broad of a flavor spectrum.
The spectrum of flavor
it is broad.
great.
Yes. Most of the time, I'm like, okay, it's bitter and other types of bitter, and this is not rocking that at me. And
Yeah, it's getting.
I like
it gets you a little drunk. Your words are slurring a little.
Your words are slurring a little.
Oh, my words are slurring a little.
You just don't even know. Look, I'm going to tell you about
I don't
drunk,
know your life.
Richard.
You know my life.
Last time I was drunk was
Yesterday. This morning.
2004,
Oh.
New Year's Eve. I found
So is
a
that
40 half drunk
December 31st, 2013?
Cobra.
Go. Tastes like metal shavings.
And I drank it warm right from the
Oh,
bar.
dude. Warm. Second
Warm
ham.
40s
Cobra.
of malt liquor.
Cobra. Oh.
Oh, God. Anyway, we are...
Betrayal. No, let's finish this. Betrayal.
Betrayal. Betrayal.
Betrayal.
Betrayal.
Betrayal.
Betrayal.
We don't have another break until we finish this movie, so we gotta
Yeah,
finish the movie.
I know. We got to do this.
All right. Betrayal.
Dig in.
He got
He
betrayed.
is in.
He got betrayed.
Who got betrayed?
Dr. D.
Everyone got betrayed.
Dr. D got betrayed by his own brother?
Yeah. No.
Oh,
No.
yes.
Not his brother.
Yes,
Yes,
his
his brother too. But then not his brother later. His brother earlier.
Yeah, Chris,
but not
later.
now.
No, his brother later.
His brother
Earlier
later.
and later.
But later on, his brother
Man, he
also
is
does
way
it.
too trusting.
He is way too trusting.
Revisiting this man's life, he has no trust issues at all because he just trusts everybody.
For a vampire, he's really in there. He's really all
Like
in.
Willem Dafoe with a crossbow? Sure, man,
Well,
let's talk.
everyone's a
Hey, I just-
vampire, so
Right. Yeah. Hey, I just met you,
personalities will
human.
range.
We're hunting you, but you
I just met you. You told me this story that sounds completely made up about falling into the ocean while you're on fire, and somehow that's the cure to vampirism. Sure, man.
I'm in.
Let's
Science.
do it. You're probably not on drugs.
I didn't go to med school to become a hematologist. I just learned it on the internet. What? Reading Wikipedia articles. I'm
I
good.
Googled
University
a
of Phoenix, baby.
That's right. It's actually University of Vampire Phoenix now. They had to change the name
Rising
because
from the ashes, just like it said on the side of the Trans Am.
That's right. Oh my God. So yes, Christopher clearly betrayed them after somebody got shot in the chest with a fucking dart, and then soldiers came and
Took Aubrey.
Yep, took Aubrey.
Because we needed that MacGuffin.
Yeah.
One more reason for Dr. D to go back to the pharmaceutical building, which is the only other building they bothered to render in this movie.
Yeah.
So they have to use it 6 more times.
They had the sets. I mean, you
Yeah.
might as well.
This movie.
I like oh, we got a. Is that a chat?
Oh, we got
No,
chat.
That's not a chat. We didn't get a chat.
Oh, we
That's-
never get chats.
We got a
No.
lie, is what we got.
No, we didn't. We got something. Anyway,
Derailed us, whatever.
yeah,
that
we
was.
got derailed. I saw something change, and it threw me.
The
It's
chat
all
is
loopy.
empty. The chat is empty.
Yeah, you know.
I'm gonna say hi to our chat.
Hi, chat.
Hi.
So yeah, the human farm that they had that they showed one time and
It
never
was super gross. Though.
touched on again.
There were a lot of boobs.
Everything in this
I
movie
didn't know
was
if I was
gross.
into the boobs or not into the boobs.
You were
but there
not
were a lot
into
of
the boobs.
I was not into the boobs.
Oh.
They were gross.
Me either.
The weird,
Me either.
de-blooded
I totally wasn't into the
tubes
boobs.
of
Yeah.
humans.
Yeah, dead girl boobs. No, of course not.
I mean, they weren't dead, were they? They were
No,
like
they
barely
weren't
kept
dead.
alive.
were juicy.
Like, there's so much stuff that vampires don't need, and it's rather than like taking those resources and allocating them to the one thing they do need, they're just like, fuck it, let's just eat them all and then
Yeah.
turn them into vampires.
I don't understand
They're
it.
not really thinkers.
There wasn't a
those
thinking
vampires.
vampire.
Maybe when you turn into a vampire, your brain sucks.
The vampire economy was not.
I see what you
Yeah,
did there.
You did.
Yeah.
You got it.
So now we have the
Picking
vampire
up
world.
what you're putting down.
Oh wait, hang on. Have we talked about the blood shortage?
No.
Where they said literally a month.
Yeah,
This is something we should have said at the beginning.
yeah.
Because there's like a month before
Blood's all
vampires are going to wipe out because there's no human blood. So they're working on a substitute blood, and that's Dr. D's main job.
Yeah, we talked about the substitute blood. We didn't talk about the blood shortage.
Yeah, Blood
'Cause-
Boss is like, we need blood,
Now the rationing starts.
and then the rationing starts, and people are like waiting in Starbucks for their blood coffee.
And Donald Trump has a serious freak out because they won't give him an extra shot of blood.
I know.
Vampire Donald Trump.
Why couldn't he just buy another coffee?
Yeah.
He's got the money, Lord knows.
Right, like, okay, so 2 coffees then. Done. Problem
Yeah.
solved.
No,
Yeah. This was definitely a vampire Donald Trump for sure. And they brought vampire
Storm the
Donald Trump
counter.
in 2010.
2010.
And
it
it
was
was-
not. It was not.
rush the
It
stage.
wasn't political. It
It
was
was
just.
not a political attack on Donald Trump.
It was
just
just
looked
like.
a lot like him.
It looked a
He-
ton like him. It
He
was.
seemed as entitled.
Yeah. He had the red tie and the hair. It
Yeah.
was Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And he was. They were just. It
It was
was.
as Donald Trump as it needed to be.
Yeah. And there. And there's. That was pretty funny. But there's a bunch of vampires rioting and stuff. It's a food shortage, you know, and people are going crazy and they're starving, and things are bad. But that's okay because Dr. D's friend, as he was walking in talking on the phone, he was talking about how he was being congratulated for discovering the blood substitute. So they have a blood substitute now.
The Bloodstitute.
The blood substitute. They have Dr. D's, all his friends, except for Dr. D and William Dafoe himself.
Yeah.
And things are looking bleak for Dr. D and Elvis.
So, Dr. D's brother
Right.
is there, shows up,
How he finds him,
and
we
is
have no
having
idea.
like this moral dilemma about like, oh my God, maybe I don't want to be this crazed blood vampire guy anymore.
Seems like a bad deal. Now
It
that
seems
like
the short end of the stick, right?
there's no more blood for anybody to eat.
I mean, now that these bad things are happening, we should reconsider the actions this path we've gone down.
He's like, I have regrets.
I'm sorry. I wanted you to be a vampire so that you wouldn't die, he says. And then he eats his friend and starts convulsing.
Yeah, because when Elvis gets bitten by the brother who's going through a blood craze, right?
Can we say this is the worst telegraph in movie history?
It was pretty bad. I said, like, the camera settles on William Dafoe's neck for, like, it must have been 20 seconds.
Oh, gee, I wonder what could possibly be happening after he ate the blood of the guy that used to be a vampire and is not one anymore.
Yeah, so what they did is,
Did he die from the blood from the guy that was a vampire but isn't anymore?
First off, you knew his brother was going to bite William Dafoe the entire scene.
Yeah.
He's
He looked
eyeballing
hungry.
his neck like a steak.
Yeah, he's like,
It was basically a Looney Tunes cartoon
That
where
was
they're on the
yummy,
boat
yummy boy.
and Bugs Bunny turns into, like, the steak.
Yep.
Yeah. And he jumps on him, eats him, and he's, like, convulsing on the floor. And it fades in the next scene, and it's just Dr. D walking into the main office. I wonder fucking why.
Yeah.
I wonder what happened.
What could possibly have gone
First
on?
off, good job, A+ hematologist. No wonder your friend discovered a blood substitute.
Right.
You didn't even try, like,
You didn't even try drinking blood.
You didn't even try taking the cured guy's blood and putting it up against, like, a vampire blood to see what happened. He had a microscope. He could have put the droplets next to each other. He didn't even do that.
No.
He didn't even go like,
Actually,
whoa.
he did. He did look at the blood.
We didn't compare it to the vampire blood and see what would happen if they interacted.
Yeah, no, he didn't look at the blood interactions. If he,
I mean, it's a movie.
Yeah.
We all know in the movie
They put
that
blood
one
next
to the
other
blood. Yeah,
and then the bloods fight. And
yeah, the blood's fighting.
Yeah.
The blood, and one blood
there's
wins,
a
the other blood
battle,
loses.
and
Yeah,
they're like, oh my God, the blood is the cure.
exactly. They could have done that in this
Yeah,
movie. That would
would've
have
been
happened.
preferable.
Yeah,
Because like I said, it was the worst telegraphing.
yeah.
In the
I was like,
history of
what could
telegraphing.
possibly happen here? The fourth time I see this movie, which I've seen this movie 4 times now.
Fucking motherfucker.
That sucks.
Yeah,
I am so sorry.
I know this movie like the back of my eye.
Eyelids.
Tentacle.
That's what I watched a lot of when I was watching this movie.
These kids, this is mole here.
You know, I've got this new mole.
Yeah.
It's on my dick.
Look at my hand.
I mean, I usually look at my hand while it's red.
Hey, Rick said hi in the chat.
Oh, hey, Rick.
Nobody said anything back.
I would
Alright.
say hi back, but I'm not on it.
Is this soy?
Is it twitch.com?
It's always me. Yeah.
Soy V Rick. Look at that. Soy V Rick.
Right in there. All right. So, anyways, Dr. D,
Dr. D.
our man, Dr.
My
D.
man, Dr. D.
Listen, let's just get this over with. Dr.
do
D
it.
shows up at the fucking place,
Yep, they're there.
and he tricks the blood boss into biting him.
He does trick the blood boss into biting him.
Which we knew was gonna happen.
Blood boss. First, he was trying to trick blood boss into like letting him work for him again, so
Right.
that he could start curing the shit out of people.
That was actually pretty smart. Yeah. But Plan B was just eat me.
Yeah. Plan B. Fuck it.
He was like, "How'd your daughter taste, Dick?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did she taste like dick? Is that what he said? I don't remember that.
No.
But then, yeah, the blood boss bites Dr. D and turns back into a human. And
then-
everybody, like the military,
They pull-
for some reason, they're like, you know what? It's the military. Fuck them. Let them just fucking turn into bloodthirsty monsters. We
pulled-
don't need them to protect us.
He pulled a Die Hard. He ties Dr. D to a chair.
He wrote, "Now I have a machine
Now I
gun,
have a machine
ho,
gun."
ho, ho," right on his shirt, and sent him down the elevator.
Sent him down the elevator.
And the ravenous, blood-shortaged military was like, "I smell fresh human blood.
Oh.
Take a bite." Dude, that scene was graphic.
Liz not like that scene.
He
She
just
closed her
gets
eyes.
I
ripped
didn't even look at
to shreds. First thing, arm pops off. Wham!
Wham!
And then just blood everywhere, and then a head shoots out.
It was held out by Velcro already.
It was
Yeah.
it was bad.
It was-
I mean, it was a very,
It was
oof.
very satisfying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sam
Oh,
Neill.
how do I
Can
get
we
to
talk
this?
about how they wanted? Who was it? Nick Nolte that played the friend in Blade.
Yeah,
Was it Nick Nolte?
I think so.
I think Willem
Nick
Dafoe was
Nolte,
supposed
Sex
to
Boat.
be Nick Nolte from Blade.
Really, like the guy with the like.
yeah, I feel like he was trying. They were
the
trying
guy with
to,
the fake leg or whatever.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
trying to emulate that character.
Yeah.
They did a really bad job. Of
It was terrible. He was not good.
Yeah.
But whatever. There's a big fight. It was what's
So the vampires eat each
the
other.
metaphor? Because like it goes on for a very. There's only a 90-minute movie, but all the scenes are fucking long.
It seems like it. It just
And
seems like everything
there's this
takes
long
forever.
scene in the parking garage where it's like a group of vampire soldiers wake up as humans.
Yeah.
They get eaten by another group of vampire soldiers who are vampires who didn't wake up as humans.
And then then Farty Pants and Dr. Bloodman, Dr. D.
Dr. D.
Yeah, Audrey and Dr. D come down the elevator, and there's like 3 not vampire anymore people standing there in a daze, like, oh fuck, what the fuck?
Why am I so warm?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just a disaster. And for some reason, Dr. D's brother shows up to try to help them, and he gets eaten by like
the army.
That's
what triggered that whole thing.
The whole army.
Yeah, the whole army just eats one guy that spreads to all the other guys, and they all turn back into humans.
All I can imagine is human society then turns into like one giant gang of King of the Mountain.
Yeah, because I mean, like 4 people are going to be left, so repopulate the earth, right?
Right.
It's time to get to fucking.
Everybody's just going to eat everybody and eat everybody and eat everybody until there's like the last 2 people to turn.
Right back to Adam and Eve.
Right. That's it. This movie's over. Later on, William Dafoe drives off in his car.
Was this before or after the security guards yank both of them into a room?
Oh yeah, this is
the brother gets eaten and they get pulled into a room.
Yeah,
it's
like the Golden Corral and he's the dessert buffet table.
Like there's so many times where vampires just explode needlessly in this movie. I would like to say almost all the effects are atrocious. There's a lot of blood just being splashed about.
Just somebody with a blood hose.
So yeah, I wonder if one of the key grips was just a blood guy.
Blood guy.
Clearly,
hey, where's the blood guy?
Incredibly visibly, that was the case.
Where's Jeff, the blood guy?
Where's
it's like
Jeff,
the Gallagher show?
Jeff or Chet?
Chet. I like Chet. I like Chet.
Chet was the blood guy on the set. Chet on the set with the blood.
We get some more blood up here, Chet.
Chet.
Hey, Chet.
Chet.
What are you doing?
Where's the blood, Chet?
Where's the blood, Chet?
Chet.
Blood's getting a little
low.
low.
He just throws a bucket from whatever direction in which he's standing.
Oh, yeah.
Chet, feeling like these vampires here. We're running out of blood, buddy.
That's all he does. He's got shoulders just out of cantaloupes because he's just
He's
throwing.
He's got like super soakers full of it.
Oh,
super soakers
yeah.
full of blood.
That's a good idea. That's a good way to get blood out there.
He's got a sewing machine that just, instead of thread, it just sews blood into the clothes.
Wait.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's wild.
That's crazy.
It's wild.
Is it?
It is crazy stuff.
It just turns into blood and oozes out. Yeah.
No, it actually holds the clothes together until it needs to explode, and then it just explodes blood. Yeah. Blood explosions.
I don't think that's a real thing, Greg.
We have one downstairs. I can show you.
I don't want to see it.
You just put your finger right in there, and blood's everywhere.
This is the worst.
Just stick your finger in the needle.
This is like
blood.
I want to do the opposite of improv. Can I do yes, no?
No.
Or no, and?
Yeah. No. Also stop.
No stop.
No stop.
No stop.
There's yes and there's no stop.
Can we do the no
I didn't
stop?
know you had a tattoo on your ankle.
She hates it.
You didn't know that?
What
I hate it.
It says, Greg,
it
blah,
says,
blah,
this
blah.
was a mistake and I was 20 years old and I need to get it covered up.
Oh, I know what it says.
Pantera.
Yeah.
It says Pantera.
Did you do that with just a razor and some needles and some Bic pen?
It says Cowboys from
In
Hell.
Jackson, Michigan. Yes, I did.
Right.
So now I'm thinking it's going to be a solid band like you have.
My solid band is not so solid. It got kicked the day
in the movie theater.
I don't want to hear that story. That's a terrible story.
I
I know the story. I don't want to hear it.
I
know. I know what happened. It's terrible.
I got a tattoo.
I'm so sorry.
And then later that evening, I had a date.
No, you did it.
Sat down at the movies. And somebody was sidling on past, and I was like, "Oh, head on through there, feller." And he accidentally kicked me right across the tattoo. And pretty much minutes later, it was crazy, bloody, and bad news. It got infected immediately.
Did he know that he did that?
No. What does he care?
So you're watching a movie.
Some fucking stranger at the movie. He didn't do anything on purpose.
You're watching a movie and like just in throbbing pain.
Yeah, it's you know.
The
scab got
like
super
one
gross,
does.
And all the ink came right on out of there. Now it looks like I have a weird continent on my shin.
You get it filled, but why would
but who fucking cares? It's just a green band on my leg.
Stupid tattoo in the first place.
Exactly. I got it to be a pain in the ass. It was literally the reason I did it.
Well, about there too.
No, we have a friend, and he worked there, and Greg was like, it's going to be a really giant pain in the ass for you to give me a green band around my shin.
And he did it. And he did a great job. He did a great job. Thanks, Bill.
Show us a little ankle. There you go.
That's See all my deadlift scabs?
It looks good.
Yeah, thanks.
It's sweet though. I like it. I like how it looks.
It's a continent. It's an island. and there's magic there. There's magic on that.
There's magic in that. This is
It's the only place on the planet. It's a hidden island.
this is all the
It's
stuff that I
magic.
cut out. Anybody who's
Mask it.
watching, now you know.
Yep.
Now you know where how the magic
That's what it
happens.
is. By the way, if you're good at cover-up tattoos, I could use your services.
You cover up.
I'm just sitting here hanging out
You
my
know
For the
what?
friends.
love of God, please.
I think that the tattoo artists will do that, actually.
I followed a few on Facebook that are really, really talented and really cool.
Bill Falsetta, I don't know where he works out of anymore. And then the people over in Depot Town Tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My problem is I don't know what I want to cover it up because it's such a solid. Like I don't think it's going to be an easy.
You know what I
fix.
would do is just get like a single bold line straight through it.
That's what
Just
I was
get a straight
thinking.
through. Not even covering the whole thing. Just strike it through so people still can see exactly what it is. But it just has a line through it. Like, fuck it. I fucked up.
That's cool.
Here's the admission to my fuck up.
That's
line
cool.
through
I like it.
Well, we'll take another audio break.
We're going to take another break, and then we're going to come back with our review. Final thoughts.
It's been a while since I've done a Richter scale review.
I know. Richter scale, the Lister scale, the Richter
Richter
scale.
scale. This is good.
Shit's
Good
getting
times.
real.
Eddie Vedder scale.
The Eddie Vedder scale.
Yeah.
Girl. I don't know.
Yeah, you did good. You did good.
No, that was
Yeah.
good.
I don't know.
River
Is he
flow.
from Pearl Jam?
Yes.
Yeah, he's the jam and the pearls.
And lately, Liz has been slowly transforming into him.
She was bit by a radioactive Eddie Vedder,
Yeah.
and she's.
Save me.
I had heard about him. Like he was spotted in southeast Detroit. Oh,
yeah.
God. She got bit?
Yeah,
Oh.
it was bad.
It was at the taqueria.
He just bit her and ran away.
Now, did he even try to eat the food first, or did he just go straight for you?
No, he faked bit a taco, but then he came
He
over.
faked bit a taco
Yeah.
and just came and took
He was
a
like,
chomp out of you. That's bullshit.
"Jeremy
And this is why Detroit's falling apart.
Chorizo!
We can't keep the radioactive Eddie Vedder in check.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. He
bullshit.
gets. It's
Unbelievable.
what?
Our
Why
number one
do we even
problem.
pay for a police force?
Exactly.
They can't
You
handle,
you pay
know.
city tax. You pay
stupid.
Michigan taxes go to Detroit.
You
Like,
wouldn't
what the
believe.
fuck?
You wouldn't believe it. And then there's radioactive Eddie Vedder swinging from the fucking rooftops.
He's a
And
menace.
the
He's a
Illiches
menace.
tearing everything down.
Friendly neighborhood Eddie Vedder.
Pizza,
Friendly
pizza.
neighborhood radioactive Eddie Vedder.
And with that, we'll be back.
We'll be back. They'll be back. I'll
Okay,
be
bye.
asleep. Do you need to pee again?
Yeah,
Yeah, I figured.
I know. I got a little pee bladder.
Richard, will you stop holding her down and let her go to the bathroom? Jesus.
You want to pee before we do our review?
Not on the couch. Let her go.
No, I'm just gonna go right here if it's okay.
She's
I
fine.
just said it's not.
She's good.
Literally just said
Well, I'm
said
gonna
she's
push
good.
a little bit just to make sure.
She said she's good.
You gotta ask 3 times, right?
It's fine.
If the 3rd time is still a no, then it's a no.
Definitely a no.
She said she's good. Look at all these people we have in our
I
chat.
know,
Let's
look
take
at
a
all
look.
these chatters.
One of them is me now. I figured it out.
Users in chat. Who we got? We got Banana Nenanen. Banana Nenan. Commander Root is still there. Positivity Bot. Soisy V Rickard. Tade. And Zanecki Bar. There we go. I don't know if they're paying any attention, but there we go.
16% battery.
Yeah, it does chew up your battery when you
Wow,
get
it's
into
so
Twitch.
warm. Here, is your leg warm? You need
There
the
it
cold?
is now. I'm cooked. I'm so cooked.
Cook it.
I'm a cooked man. So cooked.
My hoodie matches your couch so well.
It is a very gray hoodie. We need to find some stuff that pops.
Wow.
Get some. So
You and I both were like, let's wear gray on this gray couch.
I was wearing gray today. I don't give a shit. Those of you who are still watching, listening, hearing, send in some recommendations about what we should do to the space. Space is a mess right now. It's being painted.
Space
like,
mess.
There's nothing permanent. We literally set this up
2 minutes ago.
as soon as they showed up. We started moving shit. So we have lights. We have paint. We have we're choosing colors for this room. It's a big room. We can do whatever we want with it. It's my fucking house. So goddamn right I can do whatever I want with it.
Goddamn right, you can do whatever you want with it.
Goddamn right.
Don't let them tell you what to do.
You know what?
You know what? Fuck you guys.
Everybody's
You
trying
hear
to
you.
boss me around.
The
every time.
bossing man.
This
What
is
are you-
my house.
Blood boss.
My house.
His house.
I'm primering the walls.
Man's
getting rid
house.
of the black. This used to be all dark gray and
You
black.
going to a man's house, you
You just
respect
think you can just disrespect me?
a man in his house.
This is my house.
His house. His house.
Decide what
It's
to do with
his
this room.
property.
I know what my room.
A man's house is his
My
castle.
room can be whatever it wants
right?
to be.
Your castle.
This is my castle. My house is my castle.
castle.
I have a turret like a castle, kind
He
of.
does have a turtle. Yeah, it is a castle.
Kind of is castle.
It's very castle-esque. Your house is very castle-esque. Yeah.
It's
The most castle-esque house any of us own.
yes.
By us, I mean anybody I know.
Yeah. How many people do we know that own houses?
Like 8.
8.
8 house owners.
8 house owners. We should sell this house so that you only have 7.
Yeah, you don't need it.
Just to reduce your numbers.
This is like as long as you've ever owned a thing. Sell it. Come in.
No, we've had the van longer than we've had this house.
You sell the van.
Should I sell the van?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we'll sell the van.
I'll buy your van.
Look at my van.
All right, $24,000.
We have $20. We had $20.
Have $20.
I used to be a ton of money, but you said 20, and I said 20.
I feel like that's not enough.
It-
But we'll see
I
what
feel
we
like
can
it's enough.
do. I would like to say that the sediment from this is spicy as fuck.
There's Liz.
That
Here
is
she
some
comes.
spicy
You're
sediment.
spicy.
Why are these cans different sizes? What is this? How much more drink is in this?
It's Canageddon,
These are
dude.
different can sizes, I feel like.
One's wider, I think.
Yeah, this one's wider than this one.
Canageddon.
Can I get
Fucking better be.
These
It's
are-
$13.99 plus deposit.
Fuck. And did you try the sediment? It's very spicy.
I've tried it. Yeah.
It's very spicy.
Spicy sediment.
Spicy sediment.
How many ounces? Like this thing doesn't say nothing about nothing.
Greg has ounces in it, all right? At least.
How many?
It has
though?
several.
Oh my God! Can we do our review so I can go home?
Hey guys, welcome back to the What a Disaster podcast, where we watch,
Bless
review,
me.
and discuss how many ounces are in this can.
Oh my God! This is not what we're here to do.
I'm not sure. What about you, Richard? What's your take?
Yeah, more than 6.
6, yeah, okay, more than 6.
Yeah.
Liz,
Probably 14.
14.
All right.
So Richter, Rickington.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is a pint. This is 16 ounces.
You're a pint.
This doesn't say a fucking
Oh
word
my
about it.
fucking God! It's like it matters.
It
doesn't.
matters to me the spicy. The spice. I want to know how much spicy I got. Richard, what did you think about your show there, feller?
The movie?
Yeah,
The movie?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I like the lighting.
The lighting
In
You
this
liked
film.
The lighting in this film. Okay, good talk.
I like the idea of this film. I wish they would have gone more into. I wish they had a little more money and it could explore a little more what the world was like.
Uh-huh.
Now that it was all taken over by vampires.
Uh huh.
Like, are there like vampire janitors, vampire pilots, and like, what's it all like? How many vampires are left? The population seemed pretty.
Is everyone
sparse.
attractive? What if you were the one ugly vampire? How would you feel?
How does that work?
So actually, there were a lot of ugly vampires. The subdwellers.
Yeah.
Okay, but before they become subdwellers, if you're just not a
You look the
cute
way you
person,
look. You look the way you looked, right? You get
but
cool
all
eyes.
those were pretty ones.
But you
So-
get rid of all disease. So like, if you had acne, your skin clears up. If you had psoriasis, gone.
You're your
If you
best
had
What if you just aren't a
fucking
pretty
weird
person?
Face goiter, gone.
Can you get muscle? Like, if you turn to a vampire, like, and then later on you're like, I just kind of a little chubby when I got bit by a vampire. Do I like? Can you
Are
work
you
out?
stuck being chubby, or does the chubby go away?
Yeah. So you go like,
Because the Donald Trump vampire was fat.
yeah, he was chubby,
So
dude.
clearly you can be chubby
Not
as a
starving.
vampire.
Dude, could he be chubby as a vampire because you were chubby when you got bitten and that's kind of stuck, or after you're already turned, can you then get into better shape?
This is not the only movie
you-
with a fat vampire.
Yeah. And do you have to get into good shape before you get bitten? Is that like a thing you have to worry about? Or are you gonna be like,
you know what?
I want to convert, but you gotta
I would
understand
love to
this.
be a vampire, but not like this.
I want to be the best me. So you take years trying to get better shape, but you're like,
I'm stuck
it's
with
still
me
fluctuating.
For the rest of my life. I might as well be
Yeah.
as pretty as I can get.
So then you're like 65 before you finally go, just do it.
Just
And you-
fine.
you
And then
don't-
you're too old and
You don't look great. You don't feel great.
You
yeah.
missed your window.
You missed your window.
Wow. Oh wow.
So that being said, I guess a 5.6 on the Richter scale.
Wow. That is way better than I was expecting to hear from you. All right, Liz, what did you like about this?
There are some cool shots, but I think they're pretty gimmicky and
You guys
easy to
did
do.
shots?
So I guess
We had to hang out with you.
So it was
I like the
opium.
Mustang that was in it.
The Mustang.
Shots of opium.
What Mustang?
There's a Mustang in the tree scene. There's a like
Was that a Mustang? I thought that was a
burgundy
Charger.
red. No,
Whatever. It's pretty to
It
get
was a
shot.
Mustang.
Are you sure?
Yes!
I need to double check. I thought it was a Charger.
I'm gonna be here all day.
It wasn't.
All right.
This
I
this
don't-
this movie's on Amazon
It's
Prime.
been a while since I've watched it, so.
I watched an Amazon Prime.
Anyway, I like that car, but otherwise, 2.5 stars.
2.5
Oh,
stars.
2.5
on the
stars.
Richter scale.
2 stars.
Out of how many stars? Usually it's a 5-star rating.
It's like Star Search.
No, I was thinking 10.
10 stars. So 2.5 out of 10 stars.
Yeah.
Somebody is chatting us now. Look at that. I don't know who it is.
Yeah,
but
chat.
there's
I'm out of
chatter.
battery. I'm out of battery chatter.
Let me see.
Who's the next
I made
me?
a Twitch just for this.
I'm the next me. What did they say?
This is like, so every time we do this, somebody goes, "What is this?"
What is this? What are you? Who is it? What's the damn name? Richard, just give me the phone.
What are you? I was gonna write.
I don't know who Snatchernaut is. Snatchernaut,
What
we're
is
the worst
anything?
thing to happen to Twitch since yesterday. Yes.
Or ever.
That sounds good. Or ever. Possibly.
I just wrote, "What is anything?" That's what I wrote.
That's... You know
Now
what?
you're watching me when I have
He's
to say
watching.
it.
Like,
So now you're watching it. Hear
and
me
he
say it.
responded already.
This has gotta be great.
Probably to me, not
I'm
to
just
you.
a random person.
Is it you?
Well, we
Liz?
are all just
Liz,
random
are you
people.
just-
No, I'm trapdoor with
You're
two
not
P's.
just a random person. Everybody's special in their own way.
You
You're
came at
special
the
to
very
us
end.
'cause
You get to
you're
hear the
here.
end. You get to hear
You're
the end of the
here. We
show.
like
We're
you.
about to close out.
Oh,
this
this
is
is so
my
good
review.
for you. This is so good for you.
I'm about to tell people what I like.
I'm so happy for you right now.
Didn't like.
What did you like and didn't
mean,
like? Have you ever seen the
hang
movie
on.
Daybreakers?
From the country of
Oh,
Finland.
from Finland.
Oh,
That's
I-
awesome.
I've never been to Finland.
Me either.
Me
I've been.
either.
Where's Finland?
It's east of here.
I'm a little bad at geography, but I've been to a lot of places. So,
So
it's,
there's like when you get to New York, you just keep going. And
keep
then you
going.
get to Finland.
Like you could drive there then, right?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
drive if the.
You could drive your boat there.
Yes, if you drive
Uh.
really slowly on a boat as it goes across the ocean,
So-
you could potentially drive the whole way without even using your
So
brakes.
recently, I've been to Italy, Germany, France, and Spain. Is anywhere around those?
It's north of there.
North of there.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Can you drive there from France? You can drive everywhere from France.
You can't drive anywhere from France.
You could
Have
drive
you
a
ever been to
boat.
France?
Have you been to the moon from France?
Well, I'm not driving,
Not
but
driving, of course.
Drive a
not
boat to the
driving.
moon.
Drive a boat to the moon.
I can't.
Space boat.
How'd you feel about this movie?
Space boat.
Um,
That's my new
so-
Skype name.
Mother.
Now, I've been thinking a lot about how I talk about the movies that we watch.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
And I've said many times,
You
the
have.
movie is visually interesting.
Yeah, you do
I
that.
wish
a
I
lot.
could say that about this movie.
That's the thing you do.
Yeah, I can't say that
You
about
don't like
this
the
Very
Gallagher
interesting
blood?
if you like corn syrup.
I was angry about watching this movie. I was disappointed that I watched
Greg
this
felt
movie.
angry. That's an odd
I was
emotion for you.
I like every part of this movie that I watched is like, well, I can't watch this in front of my kids. And then I was mad. The movie is Daybreakers, which
Yeah.
came out in 2010. It's about vampires being the world bosses, and
They
they're
are
just everywhere.
absolutely in control.
Humans are
They
almost all
run everything.
gone.
They're
There's like 5%.
5%,
humans
not a
left.
lot.
And that's not enough food.
They're
for the
hungry. They're
vampires.
so hungry.
What percentage of Earth are cows?
Like,
If we had to compare humans to cows, what's that ratio?
Many cows.
are you
I wanna
asking me?
know.
Are you asking me this because of my fetishes?
Do you have this number or what?
No.
Fucking useless.
How many cows are in the world? I don't know how many cows.
How many
are in the world.
cows compared to how many humans? That's what I want to know. Because if it's 5% cows to all these people, then maybe they got the right idea and we're giving them a hard time and we shouldn't be.
Yeah, maybe they did the math and we're not
They
even
did the
thinking
math
about it.
and they're like, oh, well, something happened and we.
This movie had $20 million. I mean, that's a lot of money to pay for a lot of math.
It is,
Yeah,
yeah.
they
They
might have
should
paid
have.
for some
They
math.
should have maybe
Yeah.
mathed more.
So but
Anyway, did
Greg's
not
just
like.
stale,
Oh well,
you know.
did like. What did I like? Let's not talk about what I didn't like.
We know
Let's
what
talk
you
about
don't
what I
like.
did
You're so negative all the time.
I did like
Yeah.
the concept of this movie.
Me
Like,
too,
I really
right?
like the idea of
Yeah.
a world that is run by vampires, and they're having some sort of problem.
This whole idea of economics and stuff is still everything's still mundane. Yeah.
Right. I want it to be boring, but give me something interesting about that boring. But instead, it was like, we fucked up really hard, and now the whole planet's fucked because we're fucked and it's fucked.
Yeah, like I want to see the TV shows. I want to know like.
I want to see
their
Vampire
lives.
Oprah.
Oh my god.
Where's Vampire Oprah in all this? Where's
be
Vampire Ellen? Could you imagine how good that show would be?
So
Like
adorable.
a much kinder Ellen. You get blood, and blood pours on the audience.
That's Oprah who does the blood.
I know.
That's
but
Oprah,
the blood
not
giving
Ellen.
is Ellen. I know the blood giving is Oprah now, but in a vampire world, blood
And it would be
giving
under
could
their
also
seats.
be Ellen.
Like instead of dancing.
She would do dancing in the blood.
Yeah, dancing in the blood.
And
Dancing
then
on the...
like people jump out to. She scares people on Halloween.
I think you're.
What are you scared of as a vampire?
I think you're really.
Just the sun, right? So the
Right.
sun
I
comes
think
out.
you're
and they
really
think it's
mixing
the
up your
sun. It's
Ellens
just a
and
bright light.
Oprahs.
I think you're stretching because like as of right now, like Ellen doesn't feed her guest.
Yes, she does.
No, she doesn't.
Ellen is the kindest woman on the planet.
You think so?
I know so.
You think Ellen's the kindest?
Ellen, if you're listening, will you tell
Yeah.
Richard that you're the kindest woman on the planet? please.
She's not listening because she's not that kind.
We have this.
She's not listening because she's not listening because nobody listens to.
We have this great studio space. I mean, if you look right here, you could bleed in like a 6-foot radius and not even ruin the carpet.
Yeah, I mean the carpet's black anyway, so your blood's probably not going to do much anyway.
So come.
But I do have tarp down from all the painting that we're doing.
What was your score for this fucking movie? Who cares
anyway,
about
I gotta
Ellen?
say what I don't like. Everything else.
All right.
Everything else. The concept is great. Everything else was bad. The acting was bad. The pacing was bad. The driving factors behind it were bad. Everything else was bad. This movie was bad. You know,
bad.
I lied. Best part about this movie is it was fucking short.
It was over. Yeah, it is a really short movie.
4. It gets 4.
Solid 4?
4.
It's pretty generous.
I mean,
We all were pretty generous.
actually giving it anything. Because we all kind of enjoyed it a little bit. We all took a little bit of
I
enjoyment away
didn't
from this
stop
movie.
watching it. I didn't tune out completely.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a chat. We got a little chat.
How did we get it? 4 out of 5. No, 4 out of 4. I'm sorry, 4 out of 10. Snatch or not. It's out of 10.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Please don't.
It's been a long day.
Like, I want to like you, Snatch or not, but 4 out of 5. After all that, I know you're from Finland. You've got different. Like you eat shark, right? They eat shark in Finland.
Did
you
we
eat shark in Finland?
Eat shark.
No, now I want to know. Do you? Is that where the shark is? Finland does some cool stuff with food.
Are you picking that up off the Finn thing or what?
Yeah, Finland. So it's a lot of fin.
Established
Anything
upon
with
their
fin
diet
is
of
what they
sharks.
eat. That's why it's called Finland. Do you eat bacon in Finland? What
If it's
kind of
shark bacon,
Dude,
yes.
Shark bacon, yes.
I will
because
say
it's
this.
Fin bacon.
I will say this: pork in Europe is way more common than beef. So much pork.
Why?
I don't know. Ham
Because
is on every fucking
Pigs
thing.
are clever.
When I was in Germany, I
They
ate
want
a lot
to
of pork, but
annihilate
it was
them.
just because I just fucking ate hot dogs constantly.
Oh, the hot dogs in Germany are so good.
Hot dogs every damn way.
Oh, they're so good though.
Yeah.
In Germany, Germany hot dogs are yummy.
Do you eat a lot of hot dogs in Finland?
Yeah, Finland hot dogs. What do you eat in
Curious about
Finland?
the Finland hot dog. You know what? Let's do this. I'm gonna go.
He says no.
Cam, I want to know about the hot dogs in Finland. We've got 2 cameras. We haven't used them. We need a producer. Who can we get to do a producer?
Christine, where's she?
She's watching our children.
She's supposed to lay on the floor and act like a dead body.
I thought she was supposed to be just playing dead. So no, they don't eat shark in Finland. I think he was responding.
Or
to
hot
shark.
dogs.
Or no, he didn't say the hot.
Well,
this was about the shark.
Well, they're also
Everybody
curious
eats
about
hot
that.
dogs.
We're so far behind. So 4.
What?
4.
4. Yeah, 4. It gets 4
All right.
That's a lot.
out of everything but 5.
Read our outro.
4 out of infinity.
Read our outro.
Do I have to read the outro? Do you have an outro for me?
I always have an outro.
Rick's thoughts, guest's thoughts,
Guest's
Liz's
thoughts.
So guest's thought doesn't have an apostrophe.
Yes.
Is that deliberate?
No.
Is that a design choice?
Because they don't count.
Would you flip it over?
Also, who's shoes on the sofa? It's my sofa! Liz, get your shoes off my sofa! Thank you, Snatcher Not. Thank you. You're welcome to visit anytime you'd like. Liz is not anymore. I'm gonna read the outro. That doesn't mean we're done on Twitch, apparently, because we're interact. Why does it happen right at the end every time? So thanks for listening to another episode of the What a Disaster podcast.
All our feet on Greg's.
We will be back next week. But in the meantime, you can check Liz out on her Etsy page, which is Motor City Reliquary.
Reliquary.
It's a word with an L and a Q. That's really.
It's the things you usually keep pieces of saints in.
Pick easier words.
But I sell pins.
Motor City Reliquary. Feel free to check out our show notes for
It's free.
information on the beer we just drank or for contact info.
Please do.
You can check us out on www.whatadisasterpod.com.
World Wide Web.
We're on at Podwad on the Twitter.
It's true.
You can get us on Instagram at WadPod, which is the one we want for everywhere, but everybody fucking snatched it
Some
up.
people take it because they want to have it.
Motor City Reliquary. It is spelled RELIQUARY. Reliquary.
.com.
That's her. That's her
Of the
Etsy.
Motor City.
Motor City Reliquary.
You like
Motor City's Detroit.
Motor
Yeah.
City's
Not
Detroit.
familiar.
If you
Motor
like
City's Detroit.
antiques, and
There's
kitschy
a Motor
things,
Space City space.
And
If
enamel
you
pens.
like garbage, you can buy things from me.
enamel
Liz
pens.
loves stuff,
Liz
and she has
loves
so much
garbage.
fucking cool stuff.
like teeth and things.
Anyway, yeah. So Podwad on Twitter, WadPod on Instagram, because we are nothing if not consistent.
We are everything.
What are we? What are we on?
Whatdisaster.com?
Wadpodcast at
Wadpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, wadpodcast@gmail.com.
Welcome to the story.
Yeah. And you can also call, leave us a voicemail, shoot us a text.
What is our number, Greg?
209-781-9113.
Yeah, so we got all these options. Nobody uses any of them.
Reply.
Oh, man,
Put one Q.
Yeah. Motor.
So cute. So
City.
close, but
Reliquary.
RELIQUARY.
I just sent it.
Perf.
Too
Thanks.
late, man. Boom.
I'm proud of me for remembering how it's spelled without staring at the word.
Can I go home? It's an hour drive home from here.
For me, it's like a
Non-drive home.
0 drive.
Yeah, you're the worst.
My car's in the driveway because it's my house.
Yeah,
Yours is in the street because it's not your house.
Yeah, I don't live here.
But it's got cheddar crackers in it, so.
I have goldfish downstairs.
You have lots of snacks.
I have goldfish downstairs. I have some sushi rice.
Hey, I'm going home. Bye, guys.
Say bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. I miss you.
So well. Farewell.
Camera 1, camera 2, bye camera 2. Bye camera 1. Bye camera 2. That's all of you. Goodbye.